Babyface right there. Babyface, jazz hands. Woo! Mike, jazz hands. There we go. Check this out. Patrick R. Woo! Rudolph the Patrick R. There you go. No jazz hands?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Jazz hands. We are live. We are live. I hope you got your big girl Christmas panties on because we are live. This is the final episode for this year. We're live from the Big Daddy Gun Studios. This is the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, episode 115. Ho, 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 bitches.
Bitches.
What's going on? What's up, everyone?
Hey.
We have some echo coming from somebody.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's echoing. It's definitely not
Oh, wait,
me.
no. I'm echoing. It's coming from my own headset.
Yeah, okay. So they
show the lights.
So they Lola wants me to put on the light. There you
Put
go.
on the lights. Put on the lights.
There you go.
And the lights are lighting up for safety. That's totally for safety. I don't know if you guys, I think you could see that a little bit. The antlers are kind of like, oh, I just broke them. Okay, so there you go. All right, so we are live. This is the Christmas party episode. As you can see, everyone's pretty much dressed up and ready for the Christmas party, except Mike. He's our Christmas Grinch tonight.
There we go.
We have to have the contrarian. So Mike Woodland, MW Tactical, he is the Christmas Grinch, and you guys can feel free to let Mike know your sentiments, whether you support that or not. There you go. And we'll talk to him about it. And so we got Babyface is getting drunk. He is playing. He's a hobo Christmas. Babyface is the hobo Christmas.
Drink my beer.
Yeah, he's drinking his beer. He's got a Christmas blanket. This is his idea. He's got lights in the background, Christmas lights.
Beer, you're drunk per dollar, isn't really made up to the hobo level of decoration you got going on, buddy.
Yeah. So hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I got to turn your microphone up a little bit, Patrick. Let's see. It's down a little low. Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay. There we go. All right. So, and like I said, we got Mike Woodland. Mike, what's up? What, why are you a Christmas Grinch, man?
Man, I really can't stand this time of the year.
What?
Come on, man. It's too much money being spent for what reason?
So you're one of those dudes that drops your girlfriends like in November, so you don't have to
Pick her back up in January.
Man, yeah, come on now. I'm all about that. Save that dollar. More bullets.
Oh, well.
Well, okay. We can't argue with that. We can't argue with that.
Yeah.
So now the only one I say that Patrick Roberts gets the prize of having the true Christmas spirit.
With a Christmas tree.
Yeah, look at that. Like a beautiful tree. He's got stockings on the fireplace.
Oh,
He's got a little baby playing in the background.
Yeah, I got an angry baby there. He's watching. Yeah.
This is you're doing awesomely, man. You're putting the rest of us to shame.
Well, I have to. You got to.
Yeah. Oh, your son. Oh, he is going crazy. I can see him tearing up that bouncy.
Dude, he gets going.
Yeah. So awesome. We've got Patrick R in here. Actually, the whole title and everything other than Christmas party. This is the honor guard handgun, not drop safe. So we asked Patrick to. Patrick, I don't know. Patrick, what is your problem? You're always discovering something's not drop safe.
Oh, that's your thing, Patrick? Really?
Was the P320 yours?
Yes, that was his name.
No, but I mean the latest one.
That's his too.
The honor guard is also his. You're just
Go through his safe with a hammer. Don't pretend. Put on things, see what happens.
Where the heck did that go?
Oh, where are you? Are you there?
No, I'm here. I think I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. You're here. Yeah, so I was just saying that you've started more trouble with this honor guard stuff.
Plus, you're calling them out.
Well, yeah, absolutely, I am. I approached honor guard back in early August, and for whatever reason, they saw fit to go to TFB's editors and tell them that I had threatened them, and TFB said you can't blog, vlog, or do anything to do with honor defense. So until now, I haven't been able to really talk about it.
So,
so that's the reason why you got
it real. Yeah. Good question, Walter. Go ahead, say that again.
Is that the reason you got the parting the ways with the firearms blog?
It was part of it. There was that, and there was more to it.
Okay.
Okay, and so obviously what it seems like to me is they're not keeping it real. I did check. I'm going to go back and check right now, but I checked with them, and they are not running any articles on this.
They are not. I mean, in that video, if somebody wants to drop that into the comments, like I've got a screenshot of a text message from the editor-in-chief over there at the Firearm Blog, telling me that he is disappointed and
he is furious, is what it says.
It's something like that. It's some bullshit that I don't remember what it was. Somebody in the chat is going to get angry about me cussing in front of my kid. I know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me see. Let me try to pull this up. So yeah, you showed a text message that you were sent where you were pretty much ordered to not release this news, right?
Yeah. Let me find my phone.
Let me see
Because
if I can
I had to get it to like 16 different people that
you guys can tell me if that. I just put a link in there so you guys can go check that out. Open it up in another window. When you go over there, make sure you're subscribing to Patrick.
Yeah, you just posted that in the Hangout and not the.
No, I posted it in both.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, that's like I'll show everybody on my phone here. That is like where he says you're not allowed to blog, vlog, or anything to do with honor defense.
And what is the name of this editor?
That would have been Paul. And so I looked into like privacy guidelines on YouTube. I can say his first name, but if I say his last name on my channel, or I have anything that shows his last name, whether it's his real or his assumed name, they can pull that down for like privacy breach.
Okay.
So I've been like keeping that to myself. If you want me to tell you what it is, I'll be glad to. I don't care. I got nothing to hide.
No, I mean, I think people could figure it out from there. Yeah. So basically, so what was the reason that they were trying to stifle this news? Did they have some kind of advertising or something going with Honor Guard? What's the reason here?
That's the fun thing is at the time that I brought this to everyone's attention, like Honor Defense was not an advertiser. They currently aren't, as far as I'm aware. But the thing is, and like you guys that are in this media thing, and that's the bigger conversation, a lot of guys will overlook issues or not talk about something to make sure that they get that hot gun that particular PR agency might be handling. So we don't know if Honor Defense is going to bring out like the next Hudson H9. What, like if you upset them, you're not going to get that gun. You don't get the content.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens. I mean, I think, and I saw that you said this in your video, and this is what I try to do. I think everyone else can chime in here. Walter's a manufacturer, so he could chime in from his point of view. And we are going to get to like all the Christmas stuff and shouting out everyone, but I think we've got Patrick R here for at least for a little bit of time that we could talk to him about it. But what I do is if there's a problem, I try to talk to the company first and give them a chance to do something about it. And if they shut me down, though, you're now you have, I think, some kind of responsibility to the folks out there that would buy this gun and maybe even in this case hurt themselves with it. So you have to balance that.
Well, you would think just the liability factor would make them do whatever they got to do to make it fixed or do something. I mean, I hate to have somebody fall down accidentally and kill themselves.
So did you bring it to Honor Defense's? Did you like call them up and let them know that there was an issue?
Absolutely, yeah. And I want to get to that. So everyone's saying they haven't heard about Honor Defense. Honor Defense produces a single stack 9mm. Give me 1 second. Can you go to the safe tan pistol on the shelf in the rack, please? Sorry, I'm having my wife bring me the gun so I can keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
So Honor Defense produces a single stack pistol. Internally, it's very, very similar to the P320. Externally, it looks a whole lot like the M&P Shield Gen 1. They use the same holsters. It uses Glock 43 sights, and it's got a couple of other features shared with other popular pistols in the market. Now, let's see, Babyface asked me if I brought it up to Honor Defense, and absolutely 100% did. I actually called Gary Ramey the president of Honor Defense, who I've had a lot of really great conversations with over the years that I've known him. Thank you. The response was to ignore my phone call, which is fine. He was at a show at the time I called him. It was August 11th, mind you.
This is a long time, man. This is
yeah.
We're in December right now. We're like what, December 20th?
19th.
Yes.
19th. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Either one doesn't matter. So yeah, I called him August 11th and sent him a text message right after he didn't pick up. Said, "Hey, let me pull it up." So I want to make sure. Screaming Skull Saloon. We'll get to the P10C in a little bit because I broke that too. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna make sure. I want to make sure that I don't.
Yeah, and while you're pulling that up, listen. I want to remind everyone, please click the thumbs ups. Okay, come on. I'm wearing a wool mask on my face.
Yes.
That deserves thumbs ups right there. Everyone's dressed up for Christmas except this guy.
Hank, I think you scaring people away. That's why we're not.
That's cold.
Just gonna throw it out there.
They don't know. They're like, "Where's Hank Strange? He's not on the show."
When I first saw him, I recoiled in fear. That's
thank you, Walter. Thank you.
It's kind of a shame that they didn't jump on this as an opportunity to make themselves look good, because the gun itself, from what I'm looking at their website, is kind of neat looking. I kind of like it.
Yeah. It's like a single stack P320. I saw you.
Yeah,
in the video,
it's interesting. But
basically, that's what it is, more or less. But it looks really great in pictures. When you start looking at it from a practical point of view, you start seeing giant holes in their design philosophy. But like, I've got one right here. I've got the one that I built, the one that failed. Yeah, you can see all of the wonderful
And so you're saying that you built it, and I think you addressed this in the video. But how do we know that it's not failing because you built it?
The Truth About Guns conducted a test on their pistol that is in the 9,000 serial number range, and it exhibits the same problem as mine does. And they're able to get it to do to fail the hammer test at like a much lighter impact than I'm able to. So like their gun is more susceptible to it. Jeremy posted a video on YouTube, and I know that he confirmed it on the Truth About Guns website as well. Anyway, yeah, no, I brought it to Gary's attention. Gary Ramey is the president of Honor Defense. I sent him a text message just after I called him on August 11th at 4:02 p.m. And then this is when I sent him the text. The text I sent him was, "Gary, please give me a call. I'd like to talk with you about the Honor Guard before I either pass the story on or publish. I'm not able to hold the story for too long. It's rather urgent." And the purpose for that was to let him know what I had found, speak with him, get a comment maybe, and then try to see if there's something he can think of as to how to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, his response was to call one of the editorial staff members at the Firearm blog, tell them that I had threatened the company or him, something like that, at which point I got the phone call. And
so that's where you got that cross the line thing?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And what do you feel about this? Do you feel like they knew this already? Because I think if I had a company and someone was trying to bring this to my attention, I would immediately try to test a whole bunch of these things, unless I already knew that this was out there. What
I haven't gotten to, and like really haven't laid out there quite yet, and is going to be, all right, the range one, we're going to stop, put a period, put a pin in that. The Super POS with Such Shield like a mofo. So I spoke with Such a week ago about this. He was the one that encouraged me to hammer test this thing on camera. He was the one that encouraged me to drop it on camera. I spoke with him earlier today. He's very, very concerned because his daughter had one in her car, the carry gun. He is 100% concerned about his viewers and doesn't give a crap about whether or not he sells another branded Such pistol or not. He believed in it. Gary Ramey's a nice dude and will absolutely like sweet talk you to death. Such partnered up with him on something he believed in. And like for the longest time, like I thought it was a safe gun. I just didn't realize that there were like large issues.
Wow. Okay. I didn't even realize that Such actually put his name on this.
I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know he had to put his name on one of them.
Okay. I mean, and what makes you think that Such, you know, regardless of whatever people want to say about him, wants to have a gun out there with his name on it that could potentially, you know, be harmful to people? Why would he want to have that?
Well, I don't think the point is that he wants to have that. The
Yeah, of
point
course
is
not. Yeah.
pass anything. Suits just passes everything along.
No, it doesn't. Like we had an extended conversation about it when I was in Block, about like T&E inside the industry and like what kind of things we do. Like he tries to not pass his stuff off as like comprehensive reviews and relies on a bunch of experience as a shooter to make determinations within a shorter round period than I'm willing to do. And it's all personal comfort. It's like he's not doing anything wrong. And he has absolutely called stuff out for being crap. This is just something that wouldn't come up in normal testing. And I never would have known had I not been aware of the P320 problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we can. Yeah, and by the way, like I see the direction we're going here. We could totally have that thing at another time. I mean, what I wanted to do was give Patrick a chance to talk here about the honor guard and what's going on.
What I want to do is I want to stop any shit throwing at other YouTubers who might have given this a good review, or other bloggers or print guys who might have given the honor defense, honor guard a good review, because I didn't know about it. I did a written review, I did a tour of their factory, I did a piece where I built the gun, and then I did a video review. And at no point during those 4 pieces did I know that this thing wasn't drop safe.
So how did you find out?
Well, so when the P320 thing happened back in August, when we found out that wasn't drop safe, which, by the way, is another thing that they tried to gag me on at the Firearm blog. They tried to get me to drop that several times. Like, I had been aware of a drop safety issue with the P320 since April, and like hadn't been able to prove it with hard fact. Like, I had an off-record comment from somebody within a company that I'm not willing to get into, that like indicated to me that this was a real possibility, but nothing that I could take to people and say, look, man, like this thing is not fucking safe. Don't carry it, until Omaha authorities figured out what to do. So I think that's for Liam. Now, like, whenever the P320 thing happened, I went to my safe and I pulled out every single gun I own, every single handgun that I own, and to include ones that I had for review. The Firearms Channel Tim is calling me right now. Give me just a second.
Yeah, go ahead, take that. Okay, go ahead and do that. We'll take a little break from this. We'll definitely come back. Yeah, because I know that go ahead and take that call. Mute it probably. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, listen, we are going to get a little deeper into this. I know we're planning the Christmas party here, but I wanted to give Patrick our chance to talk about this, since this is our last episode, and this is literally like breaking.
Hot off the presses.
Yeah, I found out about it yesterday, but I found out so late, I think while we were on the show, that I really wasn't able to do anything. So, okay, Walter, I forgot to introduce you. So here we go. Walter, I don't know what you are.
That's the thanks I get. All right, I wrap myself in electricity, 110 volts, just for you, Hank Strange.
You put your life on the line.
I'm sitting in Sparky's midst here, and I don't get no.
Okay, well, okay.
No respect. Like just like Ronnie Dangerfield, no respect.
It's all Babyface's fault.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
It's all Patrick's fault.
None of my fault at all.
This is for Patrick. Patrick, do you have your cup? Did you get your cup?
Oh gosh, there we go. Here we go with the teacups. And everyone remembers that you are an Anglophile, Walter.
I don't even want to tell you what I've been watching on TV either.
So you sent us all the teacups. I guess you want us. Mike doesn't have one, guys, but
because I'm the Grinch.
Because Mike's the Grinch. There's Babyface with his teacup.
This is when you have to be proper on the show. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we'll bring up the teacups when we can talk.
So let's go through real quick while Patrick is doing that. I want to shout out everyone. Thank everyone for coming in here. We've got over 100 people. I don't know what. Someone tell me how many thumbs ups we have. Please click the thumbs ups. If you hate us, thumbs down it. If you hate my get up today, let me see if I could do the. Look at that. You got a thumbs up. Look at that. That's just freaking awesome.
Horns up.
That's like for the safety of the deer, so you don't kill the black baby Jesus reindeer. That's who I am playing. My character today is the black baby Jesus reindeer.
Where's the macaque? You gotta watch out. Those macaques are gonna come get you.
They're gonna monkey face me. So there you go. So listen, let's shout out people really quick. I want to thank everyone for coming in. Please click the thumbs ups. Share this video. If you don't know what to post when you're sharing, go look up I've shared it. I think Patrick shared it. Mike shared it, right, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah. Walter.
Oh, wait.
Sharing,
Okay,
Walter?
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
And everyone, make sure you thumbs up this video. So the easy way to do it, like I'm talking about the folks on the panel right now, like go and thumbs up the video and let everyone know that we're on. So let me shout out. Let's see, Jason Abramson. It's very difficult to talk in this thing.
Oh, you look good. You sound good.
Yeah. Okay, Jason, I don't know how long I'm going to do this. My face is probably going to get like a massive rash.
The black baby Jesus.
Yeah, Jason Abramson, Cody Phillips, Scott Kimball, Warsaw Patriot. What's going on? Kentucky Firearms Network, Opt Out of Gun Control, Cody Phil. I think I said Cody Phillips. Chris Illard, Laird Cummings, Gorillas and Guns, Recoil Junkie 1981, Screaming Skull Saloon, Vanessa Kitty, Meredith's Mayhem, LB Louis Cypher, The Archangel. Let's see who else. Brady, the one and only. What's going on? We've also got Chris. Who is this? I'm going through here. Chad N. as well. Let's see. Here we go. Chris B. Chad Patrick. We got lots of Chads. The Tyven Show is in here. Curtis West. I think I said Chris Bullis, but we'll say it again. No problem with that. Saying it twice. I'm trying to go through. Michael Bender and Jackson Ullman is also in the building.
In the house.
Jackson Ullman, Tim, not Tim.
Oh, sorry, Lola. I didn't mean to send that to you.
David B. Kills, Matt Morse. What are you sending, Lola?
I was supposed to send that to the world, and it went to Mr. Strange. So.
Okay, there you go. Jumpy Killer QX as well. Matt Morse, Monty Big Boar. I don't know why I'm laughing. That's a good name. Rock Humper, N2O2HE. So I'm probably not even pronouncing.
Tim Nottam, I will be no ranting tonight on my part. It's peace tonight.
Yeah, Justin E. also in here. The Range One as well. And let's see who else we've got in here. That makes Philo. What's going on, Philo?
World peace tonight.
Yes. Carolina Prepper is also in here with us.
Almost like if I was in
Blazing 1212. You're saying you're not going to rant. I guarantee you that Walter's not going to keep to that promise. Something will come up and Walter will rant.
I promise you tonight I'll be very proper. You say?
Holy crap, he put on a British accent as well. David Walters gave us $2.
I got a hashtag bar humbug on that.
Bah humbug.
Yeah, he rock. Thomas Coppersmith. There you go. Okay, Imposter. So shout out to everyone who's in here. Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone that's watching the show right now. All the folks in the chat. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you thumbs ups. How many thumbs ups do we have right now? Let's get the thumbs up squad going. Lola says do hashtag jazz hands, hashtag big girl panties, hashtag cow cocky. It's not cow cocky, Lola. It's cow khaki with it. It's got K's in it. Cow khaki. Hashtag who moved my freedom. Hashtag strangeaholics. Hashtag Burl. Just on and on. Whatever hashtags you want to do, go ahead and throw those in there. Scott Kimball says we have 95. Come on, we could get it up. Also, check this out, Walter. You see, I gave Walter a shirt the other day. This is the hashtag Drain the Swamp.
I'm wearing a
gator, and it's got the American flag. Some people probably will not be super happy about that. But
I'm wearing a Force from Freedom Christmas tree with guns shirt.
Oh, look at you! You got the Christmas.
We ordered it. We ordered it that night that we were talking about it on the show.
Oh, that's badass. Oh, did I even see that one?
I don't know.
That is nice. Okay,
but
very nice. We may get Sam to come on later. What's that, Mike? What do you want to say?
Yeah, I was going to ask. Just wanted to ask a question. The situation that Patrick was talking about, can you enlighten me on what's going on, because I have no idea what's going on.
Wiener pants.
Yeah, I can go for that one also, but I'll
call
it something different.
All right, so yeah, I just got a phone with Tim over at Military Arms Channel. I'm going to be forwarding him a link to this. He's going to see if he can jump in and chat with us too.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
so
send him the link. It'll be great to get him to come on. Let me see if I can send him the link. Okay, so I think Mike wants a recap on what's going on here. Who wants to run that down, Patrick?
I can do that. Yeah. So I forget where. I'm not quite sure where I left off.
I have no idea.
I'll start over. Recap. A recap. Back in summertime, the Patrick R discovered that the P320 was not drop safe. So you drop the gun at an angle on the back, it fires.
Yeah, negative 30-degree angle.
Yeah, and it blew up. All over the internet blew up. They had to do a massive SIG, had to do a huge recall. Police department sent a bunch of their guns back in. They had to fix a bunch of stuff. Big deal. So today, Patrick put out an article that this
Video.
Or a video, not an article. I'm sorry. The video that this gun is also doing the same thing, and the twist in the video is that it's been known since the P320. It just was not allowed to be told to anyone. So that's a big twist. To me, I'm like, nah, gun's not drop safe. I've never heard of it and don't care. But the twist is that they've been, covering.
Yeah, that kind of is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm caught up now. Makes perfect sense.
Was that like 15-second overview?
Yeah, I'm good now.
I mean, more or less. So somebody remind me where I was before Tim pulled me away.
I can't remember.
I think you were covering the subject of. I think I asked you, how did you actually figure out that this one was also not drop safe, and that's why you were not recanting, but recalling everything that happened with the P320.
All right, yeah. So how it played out, like I said, is I went to my gun safe. I took every gun that I had either in for T&E or that I owned. I took them all out to my garage, and I hit every one of them with a hammer, all of them. And I can hear echo.
You're good on our end. You're good.
Yeah. Well, I got my ears turned up pretty high. Anyway, so the only one that failed without disabling some safety mechanism was, the only two were the P320 and the Honor Defense Honor Guard. And I think that has a lot to do with them being almost identical in terms of operation. And if I'm honest, I'm surprised Honor Defense hasn't been sued by SIG for some sort of patent infringement.
Well, Steyr was the one that owns the patent to that drop-in.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that they haven't sued Honor Defense as well. But there's some other things that I'm sure that SIG's got a patent on, because with the Honor Defense, that is the firearm right there. That little chassis.
So this is a chassis system. Yeah. Which is popular now, because I know even the Hudson H9 has this chassis thing sort of.
Got to be careful with that.
In there.
Got to be careful with that, because Steyr technically owns the patent to some sort of chassis system, and they're currently going after SIG and Beretta and some other ones for it.
Right. Yeah, they're currently going after a couple of guys, but that is what it is. There are a couple of guns out there in the market currently. APX, P320. I think the Hudson's got something chassis-like. But I haven't pulled one apart, and they wouldn't take one apart for me when I saw them last. Then I think maybe the Ruger RP9 is chassis-like, but doesn't come out easily.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, this is the firearm. Anyway, I don't even remember where I was going with this.
Yeah. So how did you? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you were saying it's really similar to the B20. P3.
Yeah, so that was my whole thought process, was like, okay, well, this one's really, really similar to the P320. I'm willing to bet it probably suffers from about the same issue. And that's what led me to take every gun that I own out to the garage and hit it with a hammer. And now, I will say that if you disable the trigger safety on a Glock, you'll get the same result. You get the same result on a Apex modified shield, a stock shield, if you defeat the trigger safety. And if you're defeating the trigger safety, there's something wrong with the gun. It needs to be fixed anyway. But this is as it should be from Honor Guard, Honor Defense. I didn't take this thing with me when I left the factory when I built it. I left it with them. They did all their QC checks or whatever the hell they did. It sat in their safe for a while. We dickered over price because they wanted to charge me damn near retail for it when I'm a dealer. As a matter of fact, their current retail price is less than I paid for the gun initially.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The behind the scenes drama, man, in the gun world.
It's insane.
The stuff that people never see.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. And like I just got word from somebody else that like Honor Defense has sent out this like symposium to other guys, like this insane email with all these documents and scans and pictures of like certifications of the Honor Defense's the Honor Defense, Honor Guard, Honor Defense's like drop safetyness to other content creators like behind my back after we spoke. Because I talked to Honor Defense today.
Mm-hmm. What did they say today?
So they tried to get the gun back, and I declined for a very good reason. Like they wanted to get it back to inspect it.
You'll never see it again.
Yeah.
It will be melted.
Exactly. It's not going to come back in the same condition that I sent it out in. They're going to replace parts. They're going to claim that it was, dickered with. Like I don't trust them with my gun.
So,
like, this
so
right
here's the
here is
thing. Right, and I know you probably asked them today, but I'm going to ask the question again. Have they tested any of their other guns? Obviously, you said.
If you go to Such's his Facebook page, there is a video of Gary Ramey with a maroon Honor Guard Honor Defense, and this thing is like he claims it's his personal gun. He puts it in a ransom rest, and it's in a ransom rest, and you see him beating the shit out of the back of the gun with a hammer. And that's not the test. That's not how that works. In order to like duplicate the forces that a fall would have on a pistol, you've got to have that in your free hand. You've got to hit it with a hammer on the back of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how that works. If you put it into a stationary object, it's not going to get the momentum when it's struck by something to duplicate the same forces you would see if it were to fall at that angle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, we can get deeper into this. Obviously, I'll let everyone ask questions here. What I want to know is, I mean, if someone's looking at all of this, right, just because of the nature of this, and I know I go through these kind of things too, people will think that you're trying to start trouble here.
No, man, but he has nothing to gain by starting trouble. What do you have to gain by starting trouble? I mean,
Walter has a very, very good point. And somebody out there is going to say, well, you're going to get the, you're going to get the ad money on YouTube. None of my videos are monetized. Not a single one. Like, I don't monetize my videos.
But it's so funny. Like, what
the?
I wish people really knew about this ad money.
No, they think that we get free stuff. And
even if you got the ad money, what would it be? People don't. Oh my God, guys, you don't know how little that money is.
And like, let's get. I want to get real here for just a second. In terms of estimated revenue, the life of my channel. Let me get to the videos on my phone so I can show you guys.
Yeah, and be careful because YouTube does have a term of service about what you reveal, which is another nonsense. I'm not telling you to be worried about it, but they do.
Well, I can show you guys that you see all of these dollar signs right here.
Mm-hmm.
See how they're all gray? That means it's not monetized at all.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't turned ads on those videos. Now they can go ahead and place ads on them if they like. Mm-hmm. My channel is technically monetized because I take super chats, but that's it. That is the only thing that I will do.
Yeah. Now Brian Quick wants to know if you said that the Glock isn't drop safe if the trigger safety is disengaged.
No, it is not drop safe if you disengage the trigger safety. So if you defeat that trigger safety, it will fail just like the Honor Guard.
Yeah. And I saw that someone did the super chat. I did see that, and I shouted that person out. It might have gotten lost in the
David Waters.
Yeah, it might have gotten lost in the thing. But shout out to David Waters. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Okay, anyone else? Walter, I know that you're kind of like, it seems to me like you're chomping at the bit, and then you don't want to rant.
No. I'm just listening, and like I said about Patrick, what's he have to gain? He doesn't have anything to gain by doing this. It's not like you've got the competition pistol. You're just doing what you do.
At this point, and regardless of that, Patrick is on his own right now.
Yeah,
He's on his own.
So,
And we all fight, like, you know, we all inner fight amongst ourselves. Babyface trolls Patrick, so does Walter sometimes. But we're like all friends. I'm trying to support him because pretty much Patrick is on his own right now, rocking and rolling, doing his own thing. This is his money that he's spending on this nonsense.
Right.
And I know how it is because I've been doing it for 5 years. It's a lot of money. He's definitely spending more money than he you know, then if you think he would be making money, then he would be.
Hank, I was spending more money on gun stuff when I was working for the firearm blog than like you want to even know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
True. Yeah.
Let's have a conversation about that.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in the firearm blog, to be honest with you. Where did he go? Oh, he
said he's going to show you something, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think that we kind of like rely on these blogs. We call on the firearm blog and the Truth About Guns here more often than any other source that we cite, right or wrong.
Yeah, no, we use them for our news pretty
well.
often.
I do enjoy their articles on the older guns. They're doing like the Brazil.
Yeah. So it's kind of like disappointing to hear, you know, I mean, obviously we know there's stuff going on in the background all the time, but, you know, I don't think that they should try to necessarily protect a company because the number one people that they should always think about are the consumers out there, the gun guys, the people who believe in the Second Amendment that would buy this stuff. Go ahead, Patrick.
But they don't. All right, so let's have some real talk. I want to lay down like some truth here. So all of your viewers, everyone that sees this video, because I'm hoping you're going to cut this snippet out, understand where the content creator lands when it comes to free stuff and like how much it costs to produce this content. Holy crap, you're
I like it. It's funny.
I love this kid.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
It's a strong voice.
Get him!
How much money do you think you spent in the last 12 months? Let's go since the beginning of the year, since you did your taxes last. How much money do you think that you have spent on gun stuff?
Yeah, Lola, what are we spending? Like $15,000-$20,000 every year, at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's your time.
Yeah, and Nola says plus the time and all that kind of stuff is not even factored in. Yeah.
I want to show everybody my receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Since I did my taxes last. That is my receipts right there.
Yeah,
that is why it's incredibly important to support your content creator on Patreon. Because without Patreon, without support like that, they have to go to manufacturers and say, hey, Sig Sauer, hey, Honor Defense, hey, Federal Ammunition, can you give me something to help me out? Help me produce this content.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been doing this for 5 years. I've never made $1,000, not even $1,000 a month from YouTube. Never. It's never happened.
No, I mean, like this is one, and people look at.
Usually, it's something like $300-400 a month. To be honest with you guys, if you really want to know, this is before and after the whole thing that's been going on with demonetization. There's not a lot of money in this at all.
Well, so it depends. If you're a larger channel, things change.
Of course, yeah, but with massive numbers, and those guys work like Mac. I mean, what is Mac like 600-700? You know, I mean, this.
Yeah,
it's even more work. Like if you get bigger, it's exponentially more work that you have to do, believe it or not.
So like this is the conversation that I want to have is like, I mean, I've got receipts for, you know, $15 for Ballistics Arc. That's an app. I've got another $300 or $413 for other stuff associated to just do the like long range reviews that I was asked to do. So that's $400 on just a weather meter, $450 on a weather meter, the ballistic software, and a rangefinder. Just on that. That's not counting scope mounts. That's not counting the cost of a good first focal plane scope that you have to buy out of your own pocket. So that's why it's really important. Now, that was somebody, I saw somebody in here ask why I left TFB. That was why. Last year, I wrote off $17,000 in gun-related expenses on my taxes because I used them for work. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to think about this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tough deal. And look, I think everyone does things their own way. You guys, Yankee Marshall has a video on this that came out several months ago talking about the different kinds of YouTubers there are out there. And I know this probably looks crazy, me saying this right now, the way that I'm looking. But there are different kinds of YouTubers, you know, different forms of entertainment. And and education information and all that kind of stuff that's out there. Everyone's doing this in a different way, and you have to take everything with a grain of salt. I understand, like over here, you want to be entertained, you want some people to give you the real deal, etc. You know, and that should absolutely be that way, right? You should have freedom of choice, but it takes something to, like, it's not an easy thing to go out there and have these difficult conversations about a company, knowing that they're going to hate you. Maybe other companies are like, oh, we can't mess with this guy because he put people's stuff out there. You know, it's crazy. But I always look at it this way. Before I started doing this, I was just a regular guy. I like to think I'm still a regular guy, buying guns and getting into things and I don't know. And you make sacrifices to buy these guns, right? Everyone here, and even Walter, who's a manufacturer and pretty much a baller as far as I'm concerned, it takes something to buy these guns. So sometimes to buy a gun, you got to sell a gun and do this thing and do that thing. And I picture, when I'm making my videos, I picture that guy out there who I lied to him about something and he drops thousands of dollars to buy a gun and it's total crap. And I'm going to meet him and have to explain that to him. So, and we try at different levels to explain that, because sometimes, as Patrick said, sometimes guns come in, we do a video, we don't go real in depth. We're like, hey, here's this gun. This is the first time we're shooting it. Boom, it's all good. We put it out there, and we might not find out until later on, even if we do, because sometimes you can't even circle back to that thing. But if you do find out, you put it out there if you can. If you know something and then you choose not to put it out there, I give a certain amount of license for like trying to talk to the company and work it out. But if you know something is wrong and you don't put it out there, that's the crime. That's the bad thing to do.
When we're talking about the honor defense, honor guard, man, like when I tell you, like, Hank, if I tell you, let's say, man, I'm trying to think. If I tell you, hey, the brake lines in your car are cut, and you say, man, I'm fine, I can use the shifter to like slow down and make turns and stuff. You get in that car and then you run through a school and like kill 400 children, like that's on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the first thing I would want to know is whether or not that's real. I think, Walter, you're the manufacturer. If someone comes to you and says there's a thing, aren't you going to go try to test like what you have, or?
Yeah, I'm going to try to figure it out. Yeah. What happened or why it's happening, or yeah.
Yeah. Because even if you stifle, here's the thing. I don't understand if people see this. If you manage to stifle a single YouTuber or 10 YouTubers about a problem that's out there, you can't stop. Everybody's a YouTuber today.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can pick up their phone, and next thing you know, they got a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
that is what no one freaking gets. That's why these manufacturers are still treating new media like old media. They believe that these big guys, like the firearm blog, they can buy an ad, they can buy silence that way. But the reality is, like, you've got guys like Hank, myself, Tim at Military Arms Channel that aren't going to abide by old media rules.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to tell you that this thing's a piece of crap and you shouldn't buy it.
Yeah, the first thing you get called, though, is like, this is like the dirty word that everyone likes to call me and other people. Oh, well, not just, no, like, if you do something they don't like, you're unprofessional.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I don't care about that. They can tell me I'm unprofessional all they like. I don't write scripts because I don't believe in them. I don't believe in, like, sitting there and forming my words perfectly to deliver an idea. I want to get up in front of a camera and be genuine, just like I'm talking to a friend. Mm-hmm. That's how I'm always going to do things. I don't care if people don't like it or not.
Yeah. Mike, I know you're probably trying to get a word in edgewise. Go ahead.
No, I'm just listening to everything, and I understand the pain, I understand the grief, but I do understand how greed can take over the marketplace, and that's what it sounds like here. Is just somebody's not willing to put out a good product where they want to put out the dirt just to make the money. They don't care about anything else. It's just bring in the money.
No. I don't think that's the case at all. Like, if I'm 100% honest, because Gary took it like very personally. He put his own gun, I think it's serial number 2 or something, and clamped it in a ransom rest and beat the crap out of it until he broke the frame. He cracked the back of the frame, and then he dented the end plate on the gun. He cared enough to do that with his own gun. He's just not. He's ignorant to the proper way to conduct the test. So because he couldn't replicate it, because he couldn't see it, it didn't exist.
Oh, so he was just trying to do it for his own use, trying to figure out.
If I tell you, Mike, that your wife is cheating on you, bro, and you're like, nah, man, she'd never do me like that. And it's not until that you see her in bed with another chick, you're like, whoa, she is cheating on me with Donna next door.
Chick. Oh, hold on a second.
Like,
Rewind. Patrick, you said another chick.
Chick.
We lost his audio. That's if Mike. That might not necessarily be a bad thing. Patrick, you're muted.
That sounds like a party right there.
Hold on. Yeah, we lost it. And now he loses his audio. I can't believe it.
Oh man.
Are you there, Patrick?
You should. Oh,
There he is. He's back.
My audio.
You said with another chick. I just want to give you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm blowing out.
Willfully ignorant, I think it might be what you're looking for.
I'm getting too loud, so give me a second to change. I swapped the settings around so you could hear me better.
And exceeded its maximal capacity.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit too animated, so let me turn it down. I'll just I'm hoping you guys can hear me now.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, no, I did say chick. I said, you know, it's not until you see Donna next door laying next to your wife that you're like, holy crap, like he was right. My wife is cheating on me. Like that's when some people need to see it for themselves. They'll completely ignore something. And it's like, nope, if I don't see it, it's not real. If I don't see it, it's not real. But when they can replicate it and see it with their own eyes, they're like, holy crap, I've got to fix this.
Yeah.
And I think that's the kind of dude that Gary is. He just doesn't understand the testing method well enough to perform the test in his own shop.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah,
now.
I think that's what is this called when people, what is it, cognitive dissidence or something like that, or dissonance?
Dissonance, cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, you're the psychology expert, babyface. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Experience? No, I'm not. I'm just throwing a scenario out there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know what, it's unfortunate. I think we need to face these things. I think we realize these are mechanical things, they're not perfect, and we should try to make them better, you know?
Yeah, most things can be fixed.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
things can be fixed.
I don't think this one can. Like, I
Really? You don't think so?
I think it's going to take a complete redesign.
So what did it take? Has SIG fixed the P320?
Yeah, so they put a disconnector up inside, and they changed the some stuff going on in the bottom. Because of how this thing works, I don't think it's possible. Now, a lot of the Honor Defense parts are MIM. They're metal injection molded, which there's nothing wrong with. I'm going to put that out there. There's nothing wrong with MIM parts as long as the MIM is done properly. But I can't really show it to you guys. Let me see. Hank, can you lock it on me real quick?
Yeah, you're locked.
All right. Let me see if I can
get it to focus.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you put your hand behind it, it'll focus.
It did focus for a second.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. You're focused right now.
Do you see the back end of the sear
Yes.
there? You see that one little shiny spot?
Yes, that's the contact area.
Yeah, that's where the
That-
sear engagement pen, right?
That's deformation in the sear. That's from the drop.
Okay, so if the sear was made out of a different material, would it fix it?
Hardened steel, tool
Yeah,
steel.
it would have to be a really, really hard piece of metal. But like, I don't think it would fix it because then you still have to overcome that failure. There's just a couple of things going on when this thing impacts the ground. Like when it impacts the ground, that trigger's moving back about that far.
Yeah.
And whenever it moves back that far, because it doesn't need any kind of external input, it's defeating the striker block at that point. And then the pin itself continues traveling rearward inside of the
That
slot.
momentum.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is that's sending it over the top of the sear. I don't know if that sear is rotating down, and I can't do it without like cutting holes in my gun and putting a high-speed camera on it. But like it's either rotating out of the way or it's skipping right over the top because it's kind of an inferior metal.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. You know what? I'm very interested to see what happens here.
I think you know, Gary has already kind of shown his approach to this, man. Like I tried talking to him, I tried having a conversation saying, look, man, I found a problem. He went and like told my boss some bullshit to get me to be quiet. And that was back in August. Tried again in September when I cornered him. I snuck into the AccuSport show. Like, I'm not an AccuSport dealer. I don't work for an AccuSport dealer. I've got a friend that works there. They got me a badge, you know, to go visit with a couple of friends of mine. While I was there, I cornered Gary at his booth. The dude he shows me a video of his gun being beat on in the ransom arrest. Like, he hadn't responded to me previous to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, since then, like, I told him, I was like, hey man, like, I was testing it myself, broke my frame. I need to go ahead and call you up and get another one. Because I like to keep the gun in good shape. I do like it. I just would like to see this problem fixed. And he said, yeah, man, give me a call. We'll set something up. He then sent, like, the only other communication I've had with Gary after that show is he sent me a text and said, hey, use this coupon code on our website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, like, if you're breaking something, trying to show him that something's broken, like, it's kind of a given with manufacturers that they take care of that. They're going to go ahead and put that gun back into a whole piece and say, thanks, man, appreciate the data. At least that's how it's worked with every other company that I've worked with in the past.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a good strategy to take bury your head in the sand. Tango Hunter's trying to ask us about a Hops 9. Is that safe on nitride? Anyone? I think
Yeah,
It should be. It shouldn't affect it at all. I mean,
it's not going to kill nitride.
no. If that was the case, nitride would be shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And Vanessa Kitty wants to know, Patrick, where is the test method published?
You can get on to, actually, if somebody wants to link that video again, I dropped a link down in the description. I also show it on the video. It's the Indiana State Police. That's an easy reference to find. They reference exactly how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't reference whether it's in a rest or a hand or whatever, but like you can often go over to Pistol Forum. I've got friends in the industry that are pistol engineers and pistol product managers that have told me how this test works and like what it's doing. So like I kind of used what they told me and then like found the resource to say, look, this is a real thing. So, but the Firearm Tool Market Examiners Guild or whatever the hell they are, they also talk about it. They're like, Walter, you know who they are.
Yeah. So David Wright, there's a bunch of people responding to the Hops 9 question. I just wanted to let you guys. Fresh Fowler wants to know who owns an honor guard. Does any other than you, obviously, Patrick? Does anyone else in here own one? I don't.
You know, only Rock West.
Yeah. Walter, you haven't picked up.
Brand loyalty is dumb. Don't do it, please.
That's to you, Mike, about the Smith & Wesson.
Hey,
Do it.
Hey, you know, I send mine off. I buy them stock, and then I'll send them off to somebody else and get work done.
No. Say you're just buying something like, no, dude, I only buy Ford or I only buy Chevy.
Oh, no. That was just more of a joke.
Yeah. Opt Out of Gun Control said, never heard of an honor guard pistol. I've actually heard of them, but not that much. I think they're trying to get their social media profile up and all that kind of stuff. And I think they were trying to reach out to us. I know, at least on my part, but towards the end of the year, I really try to avoid getting into anything new just because we're getting ready for SHOT Show. You know, there's a bunch of videos that have to get done. We have to make all the plans to go out to SHOT. It's like, you know, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, they've been throwing guns at people since early last year. I can tell you because I know I was one of the first ones to get it when I reviewed it back in 2016. June 24, 2016, I got it, and it was relatively new. They introduced it at SHOT 16.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If they've been putting a bunch of these guns out there, then I think that there are a lot of other people, at least in the media, that have these guns. And, you know, we'll see what comes out of that. Definitely, we said the truth about guns. The Firearm blog doesn't want to touch this, obviously. And I think that's like their silence speaks volumes to me. I think they should look into this and independently test one, like go get it from a store or something and test what's going on.
Why bother?
Huh?
Why bother at this point? Like, why would you bother doing it? Like, independently testing it isn't going to go ahead and gain any favor with me. Like, I understand I've got some history with the Firearm blog, and I've got reason to be upset with them. But I don't care if they go out and buy Honor Defense, do a recall on their own dime. The fact remains that they stifled information for months. People were carrying guns for months that were dangerous because they didn't want to upset the apple cart.
Right, absolutely. And I think but what I'm saying to you is for anyone out there looking at it like objectively and they want to say like maybe you're mad because you're not working there or whatever. I mean, we've always supported them. We call on the Truth About Guns and the Firearm blog here more than any other source. We're gun guys. We talk a lot about guns, and it's disappointing to me that any one of these gun online publications would try to do something like this. I just don't think that's a good idea to do, because it's going to find the light of day. And even to like save face, obviously they can't do it with you, but to save face with the rest of us, at least try to come out and put out a statement on this, where you're at,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to do it. Man, like I said, it's just not going to happen. Like the dude that is the editor over there, the editor-in-chief, the big kahuna, his name is Paul, aka Steve Johnson. That's what he goes online as. That dude is like 100% not going to let it happen. He's not going to go ahead and admit fault. Just not going to.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so let's kind of like try to change. The
range free of the RAS 47. Yes, I did a video on the RAS 47. Yes, I put 400 rounds through it. I didn't experience an issue in the 400 rounds that I was able to spend with that rifle. Is it a piece of crap? Yeah, it is. So, like, you want to go ahead and try to troll up the place with
yeah, but you're not necessarily going to find that out at 400 rounds. I mean, it could be 400, it could be 4,000, could be 40,000. So
exactly. Well, no, I mean, like, there's a pretty set interval when you start seeing problems, and it's right about the 2,000, 2,500 round mark. I just didn't have the ammo and/or time at the firearm blog to spend that kind of, put that kind of effort into one gun. That's what I'm doing now. I'm rectifying my wrongs.
Oh, okay. Also, let me say we got Sam from Fortune Freedom jumping in here.
He's all geared up too.
Yeah, he's geared up.
Ho ho ho!
He's all jingled up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm just testing my headset. That's all.
Yeah. Looking good. You got like stuff growing out of the beard. Okay? Smoking on a stogie. I don't know what kind of message that says.
Just be careful, man. Don't catch on fire.
Yeah, you're gonna catch the beard on fire.
There's a lot to go. Oh, and there's Jack Daniels involved.
Cheers.
With ice at that. With ice. By the way, before I forget, you're smoking on the stogie. That just reminded me. Congrats to Gorillas and Guns on the birth of a new grandbaby. Congratulations to a big time supporter.
Way to go, Gorillas and Guns on the
Gorillas and Guns putting out the babies.
Congratulations.
Yeah, when you get when you have your own babies, that's one thing. But when you get, and then when you have like grandbabies, damn. The only thing higher than that is great grandbabies.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to see that.
I think that's how that works, man.
Yeah. So there you go. The Tyven Show gave $5 so he can say Merry Christmas to everyone. Ho, 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 ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah. So there you go.
Very proper.
Yeah. Chad Patrick says Sam, aka Blackbeard. Sam, so what's going on with you, Sam? What's up with you? It's been it's like every Christmas party for everyone else. It's always insane at the Christmas party. So,
oh yeah.
Speaking of that, I mean, I know I'm 55, right? Okay. So back when I started working, whether it was when I was working part-time at a trophy shop building trophies, they had a Christmas party. And when they had a Christmas party, they had a Christmas party where you had liquor and beer and
sex.
Well, that could come after. That could come if you at that time.
You were
Hey, Walter.
I was single then, so it was good.
How bad did you want the promotion? How bad did you want that?
Well, I didn't give a shit about nothing back then, but except having fun. But yeah, so nowadays everybody's so scared of their shadow. Oh, you might. First thing you got to worry about getting busted drinking, because now if you look at a beer, you're drunk, right? Or you're going to talk bad to somebody at your workplace, and they're going to sue you later on. What do they do in places now that they have Christmas parties anymore? I mean,
no, they do. So, like, the full disclosure, I used to work for Cheapy the Dirt. They still do a.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Let's not try to brush over that. You worked for Cheaper Than Dirt?
Yeah, I did. That's
is
why I got
the-
my
that
card.
is
and,
Oh,
like,
you're gonna get
everything
Hank.
popcorn is
Hank,
done.
Hank, don't get ranting. Don't get ranting. We're supposed to be having some
Nah,
fun.
man, like,
Okay, I'm gonna try to
I
hold back.
was real hesitant about it, but I was in a job before I went to cheaper that like put my safety at risk a
Yeah,
lot.
I can
Like,
hear
I
audio
used to
from
do,
someone bleeding through.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab somebody.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. So you worked at Cheaper Than Dirt. Are
Yeah.
you the guy who canceled my order when the fire? Apocalypse
I was just
started?
gonna ask that.
Personally,
And resold it for 3 times as much.
Yeah, that was you, Patrick. I know it.
I can tell you how that works. Like, I had a lengthy conversation with some of the management there trying to figure it out.
That's what Hank did when that happened.
Yes.
That sound right
yes.
there.
Meltdown.
So I'm not even reading the chat anymore. So yeah, I'll be glad to tell you guys like how that played out and like how their system works and how that situation manifested itself. Like overnight, like somebody threw a switch. People started buying stuff left and right, AR-15s, magazines, all of that stuff. Well, they've got several different systems, right? They've got a sales system on the website, so that takes all of the orders and puts it into what they call batches. And then that sales software talked to the inventory and shipping software, and that was communicated every hour. Now that inventory software then communicated to drop shippers. So it told drop shippers, like, hey, I need 30 magazines going to John, Galt in, Trailer Park 13.
Mhm.
Like that happened at that same hourly interval, right? So if something was ordered and sold out within an hour, like the sales system didn't have a good count. Now, where the real screw up happened is all of the drop shippers. They've got something like 13 or more drop shipping warehouses. Everyone in the country was ordering out of these things. So, like, man, there's a ton of online retailers that do this. They do drop shipping, and so imagine like 30 Walmarts ordering from the same stock room, right? And everyone's submitting their order at the same interval. You've got this big batch of orders come in where you sold 300,000 AR-15s and that's what the inventory for, right? Well, store B sold 300,000 AR-15s also, and store C did as well, and store D, and so on and so forth. So all of these orders come in, and they're like, hey, man, like we only have enough to fulfill some of your orders. I'm sorry. So they would cancel the ones that they couldn't take care of, right? Now, when you saw that product pop back up, it was from another drop shipper because that same UPC might be offered from like, 3 or 4 different drop shippers. And when, say, RSR Group sold out of something, maybe Ellett Brothers had it, and that came back in inventory. And that's when the system caught up with itself. So that's how it broke.
Okay, I understand that.
I know that, but when that ammo went from $300 a case to $800 a case for that green tip, that was nothing but just
that was a stab in the heart. That was a stab in the heart. I would rather cut off my own right nut with a rusty freaking blade than ever deal with Cheaper Than Dirt ever again.
Now you're going overboard.
So that's what happened. That's how this plays out, right? Now, the range one, yes, that is what they mean by warehouse A, B, C, etc., so on, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So that all played out, and that's why they stopped selling guns. Like so many orders came in that it broke their phone system, it broke their ordering software, like the order management software was broken, email was broken, everything broke on the back end, and they just stopped all sales. Like they just said, "You hold on, guys, let me catch up," right? Now the ammo that you're talking about, that is 100%. A screw up on their part, and same with the magazines. So how that played out, and this is where things get fun. They sold out of everything in the general inventory, right? Everything was gone, and they're like, "Well, what do we do now? Like, we just got to sit on our hands." Well, the owner of Cheaper Than Dirt found cases of magazines and ammo in another warehouse that he had stashed away for the zombie apocalypse, and said, "Hey, man, like I don't want this. Sell it." And when he saw how fast it was going, he was like, no, I want that to be more. Like, we need to make that last. So he jacked the price up until, like, the amount of product going out the door, like, tapered off to a normal level, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, well, I think they lost the loyalty of a lot of people that,
I'll agree.
Yeah.
But
I understand, like, I believe in capitalism and everything,
It doesn't look
I've
that
seen the
way.
sales
On the,
numbers, man. Like the general buying public doesn't care. They just go back to whoever has the best deal.
yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
that's true. That's true. I mean, you know,
Without a doubt.
it is what it is. So okay, we got
So
Sam.
back to a Christmas party.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
who's been to a good Christmas party lately where people are drunk and
Oh man,
dancing
we had ours.
having
This
just
one.
a hell of a time?
We had
This
ours
one,
last
Walter.
Friday night.
Hey, hey, hey,
The
Walter.
people you've never seen drunk or party or are just taking their clothes off
Tim!
and getting.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Celebrity in the house.
Wait a
now.
second. Hold on. Tim just came in here and he was like, "This is
here
like
he
deja
comes.
vu all over
What?
again."
This is
What's that thing, Hank? Get rid of it, please.
This is your old friend. This is your old friend, Mac, right here.
You're just trying to do that in my stead, right? Hold on.
Yeah, Mac hates this thing.
I think Tim's trying to rotate the camera so we know he's not on the toilet.
Yeah, Mac
No,
hates
I'm not on the toilet. I'm sitting here with all my kids, and the wife took off to go to the store. Come on, Coop, don't. But
Okay, yeah, we got to bump up your audio a little bit here. Let me see. I'll turn it up a little.
can you do it?
Yeah.
Is that-
Okay, good.
There you go. All right, cool.
Yeah. So I know, Mac, you know, the last time you were on a chat like this with a whole bunch of people didn't exactly
go very well.
It didn't go the way I wanted it to go. So if anybody wants to start telling anti-gun stories or talk about how we need to regulate things or how
Turn
we're
the
taking
audio
blood
down.
money-
Turn the audio down.
Yeah, turn the audio down.
Yeah.
Welcome
If you feel
everybody,
like you
to
need
the
your medication,
Christmas
take it right now.
It looks like
Welcome
I'm
to Christmas
completely
Roundtable.
relaxed here. I'm on my iPad and it's yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, thanks for
Okay.
coming on. You know, this is our Christmas party. That's why I'm dressed up like this. And in honor of you coming in, I will turn on the lights. Let's see if the lights still work on this thing. Lola, the lights aren't working. Damn it.
It does work.
Oh, there it goes. Look.
There you go. Well, here you go, guys. Here, see, like everybody likes to give me. This is for all my PETA member friends that are out there.
Oh boy.
Here you guys.
Prime rib. Yes, excellent, excellent,
Oh, nice.
excellent, excellent.
That's a nice one.
Yes, I killed that. I shot it, and I proudly have it hanging over my fireplace.
Is that recently? Because you've been on a tirade hunting every single thing that moves.
I know, man. I'm trying to kill everything in North America.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, you came in here. We were just talking about Christmas parties.
And you have an FS 2000 that's almost tactfully hidden against the wall back
Yeah,
there.
do you see this is blending in? Okay,
It's almost perfect.
We voted that the ugliest gun in the world.
Yeah, let me
Hey,
tell you the
stop.
story of this. The other day on the show, right? We were having a live chat and we said, "What's the ugliest gun?" And so I said, even though I love Bullpups, the FS 2000 is like the ugliest gun. Well, Big Daddy came in and heard that. And he was like, "Wait a second, I just bought one of those." So it came in today, and I was like, "Oh, that is going on the show."
I like the FS 2000. Yeah, it's ugly, but it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a
Hey, it works. It works.
Yeah,
it works.
and it's light. It's very light.
But it,
Right.
it does it actually redefines the word ugly when talking about military rifles.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would buy one. They're expensive. I think he still paid like $2,100 or something for this.
Oh,
Yeah, people-
but they stopped importing them.
Yeah.
Yep, they stopped producing them for import, and of course nobody would buy them at $1,800. So they wait until they go out of production and no longer imported.
Then
And now you
everybody
can't
wants
find them for $2,500 on Gunbroker because people overpay for them now.
Yeah.
It's funny how the
absolutely.
market works.
Yeah, so it's so crazy. But I would have one just so that like I could make my claim of being the Bullpup King against Mac. Because he's the only you've got obviously you got videos of this. I've seen your videos. So I'm always trying to troll Mac and say that I'm the Bullpup King, but now I don't think it's going back up straight. I'm trying to get it to sit up straight here.
No,
That's
so,
what she said.
Yeah, I want to
That's not
apologize
gonna
to
happen.
everybody that was watching earlier when I stepped away in the middle of the story to talk to Tim. But yeah, I wanted to get Tim
look
up.
at this.
Yeah. He
Oh,
wanted
look
to
at the baby.
All right.
Wait, these can't be your babies because they don't have beards.
Yeah, they're working on it. When Child Protective Services isn't here, we draw them on.
Okay, he's not happy, man. What happened? What's it? Okay, so who we looking at, Mac? Can we get names? So I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I try to keep my kids out of
Okay,
video.
don't. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. But they are very cute.
This one looks just like me, doesn't
he? Yeah.
He looks terrified.
Look at the eye. Yeah, he's like,
what the heck?
They're like, what is going on? This is scary.
I know.
We're doing the kid thing, eh?
All right, so
they're looking at like the wonderful world of Santa Clauses because we got Sam over here. He's looking. I don't want to say what's actually going through my mind because I'll get in lots of trouble.
They can't.
But Sam's looking a lot like a jihadi Santa Claus right there.
There's no such thing. It doesn't exist.
So there you go. Walter is looking like he's not even your pasty white Santa Claus because he's got no beard.
I fell into the bushes. That's what happened.
Yeah. I'm like a mix of Santa Claus and a reindeer.
Man, you going to jail.
Yeah.
You robbed a gun store today. That's all that is.
Yeah. So okay,
guys, there was a serious topic in here somewhere, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah. There is. I want to talk about that. All of you guys, if you want to, go over to the Truth About Guns right now, and take a look at. I think it's the second story on their homepage.
Okay.
The title is amazing.
Did they drop?
I know what it's
about.
I'll put it up there, right there, so you guys can see it on my phone.
I'm actually looking.
I see a
Did the
staff
firearm
rider
block
position for
spike
you.
the honor guard drops safety story?
So they tested it themselves, it looks like, then.
No, yeah, Truth About Guns did. Like Jeremy S. over there is a good friend of mine. Actually, we just flew out to Roswell and shot out to 2,600 yards with a Ritter and Start gun.
At aliens, I'm hoping.
Like
I was gonna say, aliens.
Dude, okay, well, that was like incredibly disappointing. The alien stuff was not that prevalent. There was like a couple stickers and like a cutout piece of like wood on the side of the road that had been hand painted. That was it.
Did you get to the black mailbox or no?
No, that's Area 51, dude.
Oh, okay, never mind that.
That's in Nevada. Yeah, it's really.
That's wrong one.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So Mac,
Yeah.
what do you?
Anyway.
I know we probably only have you for a limited time here.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to give you a chance to talk.
If my wife comes home and sees what I'm doing, she's gonna kill me.
Well, just in case, Yankee Marshall is watching, we got to make sure you at least talk, so that someone looks good in this whole.
No compromise.
Yeah, there you go. Hashtag not 1 inch.
Not 1 inch.
What do you think about this, Matt? Because honestly, all kidding aside, and I know this looks crazy me asking this question right now. What do you think about what's going on here? Because you've been doing this for a long time and getting in trouble when you give people the real deal. What do you think about all this?
Well, I don't know the whole story. All I know is, what has been shared with me. It all like got dumped on me today, and so I'm not quite sure what to think. All I know is that, it's certainly now we've seen that the pistol has been able to fire from 2 independent tests. So it does look like there is a flaw in the design of the gun. I would say it's hard to say with a sample set of 2, but Patrick did it, and then Jeremy turned right around and did it. And Jeremy, I watched his video. What's even more concerning is he's not even really hitting it very hard. He's kind of tapping it. I did see the video that Gary from Honor Guard put out of him beating one into submission he had it look like in a ransom rest anchored to a table. But I don't feel that that's a representative test because the problem that like the SIG P320 ran into is the fact that it does not. I always call it a dingus, that little piece of plastic that you see in the center of all the modern guns.
Dingus.
Like the dingus. That little dingus serves a purpose, and that purpose is that dingus has little mass, very little mass. So when a gun is dropped and it's going one direction and it suddenly stops going that direction and bounces and starts to go the other direction, it's that sudden change in movement that can cause the weight of a trigger to pull itself. Well, that little dingus, which has very low mass, keeps the trigger from pulling itself. It requires a human finger to push it out of the way so the gun can fire. So it's not uncommon to see guns like the SIG P320 fail those types of tests. I was rather surprised it took that long for it to come out. Now, the Honor Guard I've not seen or fired, so I'm assuming it does not have a trigger dingus. I guess I could look it up.
I got one right here, buddy.
Let me see what it looks like. Dingus or no
let's
dingus?
lock it. Yeah, let's see if the dingus or no dingus.
There's no dingus.
There's no dingus, and I would say that's
It's
probably
dingusless. It's been castrated.
Is the trigger aluminum or a polymer? Is it some sort of metal or is it polymer?
Metal. Made out of metal.
Metal. So there you go. You have an increased mass trigger. You have no dingus to prevent inertia from pulling that trigger. So I would say that's probably the source of the problem.
So we're going on inside though. It's got something to do with the sear angle and the striker angle.
So you think maybe the sear's hopping off? It's disengaging.
Yeah. Wow. So what's happened is when that pistol falls like that, we're getting a little bit of rearward travel on the sear. Oops, I think I just broke something. We're getting a little bit of rearward travel on the striker, popping over the sear. Like I'll shoot you some pictures here in a little bit. But so
you're overcoming the sear has a spring pushing one way, and you have the striker with a spring pushing the other way. You would have to overcome the spring on the sear and the spring on the striker. Well, actually, just have to overcome the spring.
Combination
on
of things.
The striker spring itself is reasonably weak, and the way it rotates. If you smack it like that, you're getting a rotate rearwards. And I just
see what you're saying.
My frame again.
Nice.
Yeah, so it kind of rotates out of the way, and I think that
see.
Junction with like the sear or the striker being retracted just a touch from that impact of the ground, as well as the trigger moving back just that little bit. Because if you look at the
so pull the trigger, let me watch what that sear does.
I don't know if it'll do it. Well,
I just want to see which direction it moves. I see.
Oh,
yeah. Well, there you go.
It moves backwards. Rather than just
backwards.
Down.
Yeah, it's not coming straight down. It's moving back. That's interesting. Yeah, I think you might have uncovered something there, Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, it's working really, really similar to a Glock does. Like the cruciform and the little piece of plastic in the back drops the cruciform out of the way, much the same way that this thing's moving. It just does it in a different way. So, like, I think that the fact that this sear surface is so large, it's so heavy, the spring itself is really weak. Like, there's nothing to it.
Yep.
But
there's this constant battle to have a sweet trigger on everything too. So,
no, that looks like it, man. I think you might be onto something. That looks like and that sear, I'm assuming, is obviously made out of metal. You're right. It's pretty darn large, and if it has a relatively weak spring, it would make sense that that's what's moving rearward when being dropped.
You want the fun part? The fun part is it's made out of metal. It's a metal injection molded part. And I mean, can you lock that on me, Hank?
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay. Now, if you look at that, do you see on the back edge there's a dark spot right there?
Yeah.
Like it looks like there's a divot in it.
A chip?
Material. Yeah. It's chipped. Like the drop chipped that thing.
Oh, wow. So now that's worse. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Right.
It's not cracked though, is it? It's just chipped or cracked?
No, it's just chipped. So the metal that I believe that if I put this on like a hardness testing machine, which I don't have, and I don't have any way to do it, I'll have to ask around and see if we can find one. But I believe if you put that onto a hardness testing machine, you're going to find that the sear itself is going to be kind of an inferior.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
He's cute, man. It's so cute when like someone else's kids give him a hard time. I love it.
Well, wouldn't it be cool is if later on he starts to fix the design.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to do this.
Yeah. Oh, here comes another baby.
We got the babies.
The battle of the babies.
The babies.
Yeah. And Babyface right here. Do you notice? Does anyone other than me notice how Babyface P right here looks a lot like? I think you've been having babies for a while.
I got my baby.
Yeah.
Looky here.
Oh, Babyface has got his baby in there too. So listen. So what? You've been through this before, Mac. What do you think about the way the company's reacting to this right now?
Well, it seems like more often than not that the companies become defensive. SIG became defensive. I kind of sense that Honor Guard's becoming defensive. What they're facing is pretty serious, man. They're facing a recall, and that can put a company out of business. And I can understand, you know, them fighting back to a degree, but honestly, it seems like it's a serious safety issue from what I've seen. I can't say it is. I've not played with it. I don't know for certain, but man, with 2 different guns out there now that are firing when struck from behind with a hammer, it seems pretty bad.
Yeah.
Tim, I have your FFL. I'll send you this one.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out, man. I'd like to see it. I might actually just order one in to get my own, so I can get a fresh, a brand new copy.
Yeah, and one that's made by Honor Defense and not me, which is probably a value add.
Might take a couple years to get it now.
No,
well, I mean, they're already out there at distributors.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I should be able to pick one up out of distribution.
Okay.
Sure.
But you know, I'd be curious to see what the final solution is. I think right now Honor Guard's just taken by shock by all this. Well, Patrick, you said they knew about this for a while, though, right?
Yeah. I told them. Yeah, I told them August 11th of this year.
Wow.
Yummy.
So,
and as far as you know, has any design changes occurred?
No. I saw him a month later at the Aki Sports show in Fort Worth, Texas, and that's when he showed me the same video that he emailed to you, where he's beating the crap out of his gun in a ransom rest because he doesn't understand.
Yeah. And I think what we were discussing before you came on, Tim, is that this is one of the reasons why Patrick is no longer with the Firearm blog.
Yep.
Because they asked him to not put out anything about this.
Yep.
Since August.
If you head on over to the Truth About Guns, they actually just did a story. I interviewed with them earlier today about TFB squashing this particular safety notification to you guys.
Now, do you, out of curiosity, and I don't want to get you in any trouble or anything legally, but oh boy, come over here, buddy. Did with regards to the squashing of the story, was Honor Guard an advertiser at the time, or was it just they didn't want to put out anything negative? You think?
No, yeah, well, okay, so it came on the heels of the P320 debacle. SIG absolutely is an advertiser. Now the P320 story, they tried to kill that several times. They told me that we were done with it. And I had more info. Like, I still hadn't gotten to I hadn't been able to prove that SIG knew for like a substantial period of time previously. Now, Tim, you and I have talked about this like at length.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not without any specifics. SIG entered their gun for a German police trial at some point, right? Now that police trial, that German state police trial, there's a document called TR testing, and it talks about how to drop a pistol, and at what angles, what heights, and what surfaces it needs to be dropped against. It's really, really aggressive. It's much more aggressive than any SAMI spec testing or anything that we see here in the States.
Yeah.
I had internal, I had some indication internally from SIG that it had failed that. I was still digging on the 320 drop failure thing when that all happened in August to show that SIG knew because they had submitted it for this battery of testing under the TR doctrine for the German State Police. And I still don't have any proof because the Own Proof House is like a state-owned agency that a private company can come in and pay money to test their gun, but their findings belong to the company. So I can't prove it. It's all conjecture. And it's all off-record statements from somebody within SIG. So it is what it is.
Well, it's kind of interesting. If I recall, and this is all from memory, but I believe SIG was trying to submit trigger design changes during the MHS program trials, and the Army allowed certain changes, but they didn't allow other changes. They considered them to be too significant.
Correct.
And therefore, if they allowed those changes to go forth, they would have to start the testing over again because the changes were so significant. So certain trigger changes were made. We don't know what they were, but rumor has it that SIG knew about the problem. They were trying to fix the problem in the MHS program and still came out with a contract, but we don't know. I mean, again, it's conjecture. That's just stuff I've heard through the industry.
Well, yeah, and that's the same stuff I've heard. Now, here's where things get interesting. This is stuff you can put your hands on, man. If you look at the picture of the XM17 when they won the contract, look at what trigger it's got on there. The gun that they showed that was adopted as the XM17, as the M17 rather, that thing's got the updated trigger.
Yeah. Yep.
So that right there should tell you that
Sig was wise. Yeah.
They knew. They knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mac, have you gotten a chance? Have you ever gotten the Honor Guard? Have you ever shot it, tested it anywhere?
No, their PR agency reached out to me and said, "Hey, if you would like to, check one of these out, just let us know." And I really don't have much interest in the gun, so I declined. It's just not a gun I would normally buy or use or whatever. So I haven't had any experience with it. I've never fired one. We've seen them come into the shop. I know a customer ordered one in, transferred it in. I handled it momentarily, but that's about the extent of my experience with them.
Oh, okay. So from that whole experience, you didn't have any thoughts on it.
Well, I tried to convince the customer to let me beat his gun against the desk, but he wouldn't let me do it.
Oh, really? So, okay.
But I will say now my interest is piqued. I will pick one up just for my own. I'm curious at this point. Whether or not I do videos about it, I don't know, but I am curious. At this point, I just want to see if it's truly a design flaw.
Yeah. And then also, hopefully these guys do something about it, because there's lots of them out there, and we could talk about this all we want to, but the people that should really do something about this immediately is the company, right?
Well, that's just it. I mean, if there's truly a design flaw, trying to cover it up, I mean, I understand that it's a small company, and this could be the death toll for them, right? I mean, if they have to recall all those handguns, if every single one of them is defective, but on the other side of that, based upon what I saw Jeremy's testing and what it consisted of, I mean, he literally tapped the gun, just tapped it, and the thing went off. That is insanely dangerous if they're all that way. I don't know that they are, but that company Honor Guard's going to have to weigh, a potential serious lawsuit if somebody gets hurt or killed, versus recalling all the pistols and correcting them, which would probably put them out of business. So I don't know. Well, they're in a bad position right now.
Yeah,
they really are. So I get the impression that they are having trouble with sales. Mac or Tim, you get the same press releases I do, man. It seems like once or twice a week I see something about Honor Defense doing some promo program or a pro deal or offering new colors or some sort of giveaway. Like, they're pulling out every marketing trick in the book, it seems like. And
it's not just them; it's the industry as a whole, man. It's
I would agree with that.
I see stuff showing up on CDNN's website that I simply can't believe the prices they're buying at, because CDN will go and buy in and buy up entire inventories of guns like RP9s, and they'll sell them for $199 because they bought them for some dirt cheap price. It's kind of where products go to die, not necessarily brands, because they sell name brand stuff too all the time. But when you see them blowing out stuff at rock bottom prices, the market's in the tank.
Yeah,
they're blowing out name brand stuff. I mean, you're seeing Smith and Wesson, you're seeing Colt and Walther. You're seeing really big names showing up on CDNN's website for blowout prices, and that means they're all trying to get liquid because they're all hurting for money right now.
Well, and I saw some Smith and Wesson's dirt cheap Black Friday stuff. I couldn't believe.
Yeah,
how cheap that stuff was. Yeah.
But I mean, it's ridiculous, guys. We can buy AR-15s now. I mean, I bought my first AR-15 back in 1986 for $540. I can buy a brand new Colt. Well, not a Colt. I think it's the M&P for $499.
And they had a Smith and Wesson had a $100 rebate going too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's insane. You know what? This SHOT Show is going to be very interesting for anyone who's going out there, I think, because I want to see how many companies are still going to put on the show no matter what. Mac, are you?
I'm not going, but I hate SHOT Show. It's just a mess. I don't get, I spend a lot of money going there and I don't get that back, so I just don't see the value in it for me. But I will say that I've already heard that SHOT Show's rearranging tables and stuff because so many companies are pulling out. Keep in mind, these companies have to pay upwards of $50,000 to $100,000 to even more, $100,000 or more for a table there for that week. And that's a big nut to cover when you have no sales, especially in a time when you have companies laying off 200 employees at a time.
If you pull out, you don't get them back.
Yeah.
Yep. You pull out, you lose the slot. So that's the choice. But you'll keep in mind some of the smaller companies that are down in the basement area anyway. It doesn't really matter if they're struggling. They're not going to pay 25, 30, 40, 50 grand to go out there and get no sales, because pretty much a lot of the big companies I talk to, I say, why do you go to SHOT Show? And they all say the same thing. Well, you just kind of have to. You kind of have to be there, otherwise you're not seen as being a player in the industry. They don't get the sales people that, people don't walk up and give them big, massive, multi-million-dollar deals at SHOT Show. That just doesn't happen. It's a place where everybody goes, gets drunk, has fun, hangs out, gambles and runs around with hookers, and they get away from their parents get away from their family.
Literally,
their family for a week.
Truth. That is 100% the truth.
Yeah,
like,
I
orders
think
don't
they
go
should
in at SHOT Show anymore.
I think they should change this whole. I think they should change the format of what they do here and like come up to to the times that we're living in.
Freaking admission.
Yeah, make it like the NRA show where it's a big gun show. Yeah. But you got to get it out of Vegas because Vegas is so anti-gun. You can't, even before the tragedy, you couldn't take guns into the hotels, and none of our concealed carry permits are valid there. I mean, it's a horrible town to hold the world's largest industry event.
Bring it back to
Orlando. And it's expensive. Bring it back to Orlando. Yeah.
It's only 2 hours away. We can make it.
I agree. That's an hour.
They used to do it in Dallas.
If they move it, I'll go back. I hate Las Vegas.
Also, here's the thing. I think that they need to come up to speed with what's going on in the stores, right? And even what's going on with manufacturers in terms of how they market their guns, how they get the guns out there, how people decide to buy stuff. And I know it sounds self-serving. Obviously, we're all in the, in this side of the industry. So it sounds self-serving to say that they have to talk to us more, but honestly, they need to. Because, for example, Mac, you don't even need to go there, right?
No, I mean, I think most people would agree that, especially in the media, most of our deals are done through email and phone calls. We don't need a big industry event where we all have to travel for a week. And again, for media folks, now, granted, a lot of times companies will offer to pay to take people to SHOT Show, and that offsets that cost. For me, it's out of my own pocket. So I just, I'm not there to make sales. I don't sell companies on buying videos. I have no reason to go other than to see new products, but I can sit back and watch all that stuff live on the internet because so many people do go and cover the new products, right? And then I'll just send an email and say, hey, I'd like to check that out.
Yeah. Well, the Firearm Blog does an amazing job at covering SHOT Show. Even though I'm going to be there, I'm not doing a single bit of content. I have no desire to do it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. And and what kind of sucks for me is because when you're a video guy, you go there and you want to show something of substance, but all you really get to see at SHOT Show is something that's, security cabled to the wall, has a piece of white paper in front of it that just has the basic weight, sight radius, what features it has. And all you can really do is stand there and regurgitate what the company propaganda is and say, I'll tell you more about it later. That's just not a very, there's not much content to that video for me. So I stopped taking a camera on the floor many years ago.
Okay, and we're getting a question. So this is a question that we're getting from the chat. Is it true that the organization behind SHOT Show has sold out to the anti-gun crowd? That would be the NSSF.
NSSF took the same position NRA did after the Vegas shooting, and they said that they supported ATF regulating bump stocks.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I recently met someone from the NSSF, and I don't know. I think that they probably have the same kind of issues that the NRA does.
They're a bunch of FUDs. That's what they suffer from FUDism. Yeah.
No, there's probably some good folks in there. I'm not trying to knock everyone inside of there for sure, but I think that everyone has to take a look at this. This is so amazing to me that Mac, you talked about this on the roundtable when you were on the roundtable. I saw the whole thing.
Don't get me wound up, Hank.
I know, but regardless of what went down there, I don't think it was a bad thing. I think there were a lot of positive things that came out there if people were listening. And one of the things that you were saying is that we're changing this, in terms of us being social media content creators, the gun guys who are getting out there and getting on YouTube and Instagram or whatever. But the folks at the gun companies, the manufacturers and the organizations around this are trying to pretend we don't exist or make clones of us. That they control.
they try to marginalize this, and these companies pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to the NRA to get in their good graces. And how do you think a company gets an NRA pistol of the year award or rifle of the year award? I'll tell you how they get it. They pay the most money for it.
It's like the sexiest man in the world thing for People Magazine, or sexiest woman. You pay, you get it. Yeah,
it's all bought and paid for. It's a bunch of back padding and a bunch of rich people sitting around finding out other ways to get richer, and it just isn't representative of the industry. But I will say, despite all that, and my criticisms of the NRA and they're not protecting our rights as they should be, the NRAM show, the NRA show, I'd much rather go to than SHOT Show. I love the NRA show because I get to interact with people. I'm not there to work per se. I'm there to have fun, see what's new, talk to fans, you know, and have a good time. And it's always in a different town, so it doesn't get stale.
Yes, so I'm 100% with you on that. Like, I would absolutely rather go to NRA. In fact, when I was still with the firearm blog, I told them I thought that NRA was more important than SHOT Show.
You know, more and more companies are starting to roll stuff out at the NRA show.
Yeah, well, they can roll it out. They can introduce it at NRA and then take orders at NASGW and then show the refresh of that line at SHOT.
And there's companies that skip SHOT Show altogether. I know Henry Rifle does, for one.
A lot of them are, and a lot more are. You'll notice that more and more of the big companies aren't going to media day on Monday. They're renting private ranges and inviting the media out that they want to come out to cover their stuff, because SHOT Show's turned into a mess for the companies themselves. I mean, think about media day. When the first time I went there, they had no controls on it, man. You could go out there with your best friend, your best friend's wife, your cousin, third removed. You just find some Joe off the street and get him in there with you, and they're all out there burning up the ammunition these companies pay very real money for, and maybe 1 out of 100 people that actually pull the trigger on the ammo they have up there that they're giving away is actually credentialed media that's actually going to do something to help them sell something. And so the companies are getting sick of it, and they complain and they complain and they complain, and every year they try to do media day slightly different, and it always turns out to be a big mess.
They're only doing 4 hours media only, and then the other 4 hours it's open to the buyers too. So these jackwagons that are writing the fake orders that cancel them as soon as they get back to their office after attending SHOT are out there wasting the ammo just the same.
So we actually have a smaller company here, Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms. Walter,
I thought we were having a Christmas party. This turned into this turned into a business meeting.
I don't want to hang out for Christmas stuff.
Yeah, that's what happens to Christmas parties, Walter.
No, they don't. Not the good ones.
You go to
the good ones have this involved and stuff.
Yeah, Jack Daniels, exactly. You go to SHOT Show. You know, you don't go to Media Day, but how was SHOT Show for you?
It's okay. I mean, it's just to show your stuff, basically. I mean, you get thousands of people to walk by. You don't sell thousands of guns. At least we don't. But
no, most people don't.
And but you do get people that have never seen your stuff. I've been doing this since 2003 with the 50 cals, and every year there's new. I never seen your stuff. So,
oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like the world's biggest live catalog.
Right. So in that respect, it's cool. It's expensive. It's Las Vegas. It would be nice if it go back and forth like it used to do between maybe Orlando, Las Vegas, maybe someplace else, like they used to have it in New Orleans every once in a while.
In Dallas.
In New Orleans ran them off, but when they were suing the gun industry. But I mean, but the bad part is if you give up your space, you're not going to get it back, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, you're not giving up much. Something else needs to happen. SHOT Shows just because everybody I talk to, even the industry people, the people from the companies, I have yet to meet one person that goes, man, I'm looking forward to SHOT Show. We're going to do so well there this year. This is amazing. This is the best time of the year for us. When's the last time you heard anybody in the industry say that?
Never.
Everybody goes, it's God, SHOT Show. I cannot wait to get out of here.
SHOT Show.
Yeah,
awful. It's terrible.
And I wrote a blog post I wrote a blog post like 2 years ago, and then some of the other people in social media were criticizing me, like, "Oh, he's so pretentious, and he's just too big for his britches." It's like, no, I'm just saying what nobody else will say.
Well,
yeah, no one likes going to SHOT. I swear to God, like I've never heard anybody say what you said. No one's like, yeah, no, man, I'm really looking forward to SHOT Show. It's
the only person.
SHOT Show. That's
You know the first time somebody's ever been to SHOT Show and they said, I'm going to SHOT Show. I'm looking forward to this, man. This is going to be awesome. Yep. It's like, yeah, you've never been before.
The new guy.
And people go, what's your best advice for your first time at SHOT Show? And I always say,
don't go.
And if you don't go, make sure you take a good pair of walk-in shoes.
Yeah. Yes. So you know what? Let's bring up Sam here from Forge from Freedom. And, Sam's in here. Sam, I know you've been to SHOT Show. You could talk about that, but also I know you had some things that went down at the shop today. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Please don't tell me my shirt machine burned down.
You and 22 Plinkster ruined the machine.
broke the internet.
I've got your name, Tim, on one of the machines, right? And a label that says "Don't touch" right next to it.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, speaking of, you're here now. I got the Christmas tree shirt on.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've had a couple drinks now, so I might fall into the camera. So watch out.
Then it'll be a Christmas party.
It's supposed to be a Christmas party.
Hey,
So
Walter, you never told me you were gonna buy one. I was just sent you one, man.
Well, I did
You
it.
didn't
I
have to
did it
pay
that
for
night when we were talking about this. My wife did it. Boom, boom, boom. So
yeah.
Oh, you didn't have to pay for it, bro.
Well, I still got to talk to you anyway. So
Yeah.
Hey Walter, just one piece of advice because I just seen you've got all those lights around you. You might want to stay away from H2O.
Yeah.
You might blow up. That's not the kind of ratings we want. You look like a Christmas alien.
You'd take it. You'd take it. You know. Hey, speaking of that, you see what the Navy put out this video of F-14 or of F-18 pilots following a UFO?
Yes, I did see that.
You think that's real?
What?
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah. It's supposed to be real. Real stuff.
Oh, they're okay. All right. Let's go around. Who believes in UFOs?
Who believes in aliens? I do.
Hey,
Oh, wait. That's not
a different
the
story.
That's
Hey,
not
can
the
I say
question.
Not a UFO.
That's not the question. Unidentified flying object. Yes, there are those.
Do you
All right,
believe
can I-
aliens are here? Do you believe aliens are
Not
here?
necessarily.
No, not here. Not yet.
He's hosting a podcast right now. I mean,
They're
Look at
just
that.
right now. They're just anal probing us. They want to make sure we're going to make good sex slaves.
He's the guy with the fake thing on his head, and he's talking
Right.
about anal probing.
Hey, since we're speaking of UFOs,
Wait, now Sam had the stage here, and we interrupted.
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Oh, I think Mike wants to say something. Go ahead, Mike.
no, I was just saying about UFOs. I honestly believe that the government has like the program, and they're the ones flying the UFOs. And
Well, what if
Right.
one program is flying something that the other program doesn't know they have?
that's what I think this.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
UFO too.
I think Mike is probably pretty close. Keep in mind, guys, the F-117 was flying in 1977.
yes.
The prototype.
Okay.
For, yes.
Yeah, and they didn't even publicly admit the thing existed until the late 80s, early
Until
90s.
one crashed.
Early 90s.
Until one crashed. Yeah, it's like early 90s. So they kept that thing hidden all the time. Now, when that triangular thing was flying over cities, I guarantee you they got a rash of UFO reports.
Okay. Let me ask this question though, because everyone.
And if they're flying that in 1977, what are they flying in 2017?
That's like I've always said. If they once they retired the SR-71, something replaced it.
Well, okay. So let me ask you guys this question:
definitely.
If the president, if Trump goes on TV tomorrow morning and says that aliens exist and they are our overlords, do you go to work like regular? And I'm going to go one at a time. Babyface, do you go to work like a regular person the next day?
Okay, so he gets on TV, says aliens exist, and they are in charge of everything we do.
Yes.
Hell no.
Okay. Hell no. Sam.
I'd have to because otherwise Tim would kick my ass. I got to ship all those.
Yeah, you got to make a T-shirt about it.
We got to make alien T-shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
So, Mike.
I don't work, so my day consists of going to.
So you do business as usual.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same for me regardless.
Okay. Patrick.
Yeah, nothing changed. I don't care if it's aliens that are our overlords, or cats, or dogs, or like an army of Tims from Military Arms Channel. Like I'm still gonna break shit, man.
You're gonna still request an alien gun to hit with a hammer in the back.
Nah,
Let
man.
me
Like
see your ray gun. I bet I can get that phaser to fire.
It's a drop save. I know. Okay.
Bet you I can break that. You want to see a jam and a light gun? I can do it.
Yeah. Okay, Walter.
Oh, you skipped somebody.
No, I hit Patrick. He just said it.
Oh, well, I know, but you skipped the guy between me and Patrick.
No, it's you.
Oh,
You're next. You're next.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're next.
That's a good question. Probably I might have a drink of Jack and have to sit on the front porch and assess the situation.
Says the only one of us who has armored vehicles, tanks, etc.
I know, right?
At his disposal. This is what he says.
And he's going to set this one out.
Yeah, that's bad shit.
You have to do an assessment of the opposition before you attack.
Yeah, what the hell did you get all the armored vehicles and the rocket launchers for then?
We're going to show up at Walter's place, and he's going to be hiding out in a ferret drinking whiskey.
Yeah, okay.
Walter,
I got to see what Mac. Okay, Mac, what would you do?
Mac. Mac, well, I would still produce videos, except I'd become the military arms hunting aliens channel. And, I would sit out in the woods. I'd find the most effective alien bait. I would call them in, and I'd shoot them, and I'd mount them on my fireplace. And then every Christmas, I put Christmas hats on them.
I could tell you.
Would you make alien sausage?
Well, first I'd try the steaks. If they're truly disgusting, I'd just make them into sausage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say that me and my friend Aaron have been trying to invent alien bait, and we've tried several different iterations of it. All we're trying to do is to get them to land the spacecraft, because once we get the spacecraft on the ground, we're pretty sure we can take it over by force, and then I have a spaceship.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's your okay? When you get that spaceship, Mac, where's your first stop?
Come again.
I don't know, man. I want to find that planet that has the Amazonian women on it. I'm gonna go there first.
You want to get snooed?
That's completely opposite of what I thought Mac was gonna say.
Hey, that's not fair. That's not fair, dude. Like you're a taller guy. That's more of an even playing field. Like me, I'm just straight fucked.
Yeah. So Mac wants to get snoo to death.
Hey Tim, we gotta make a variation of that. I have a machine gun T-shirt, but it just says, "Now I have a spaceship." Ho ho.
I have a UFO.
Like that.
That should be one of the attachments that you guys put to the AR. You know.
Actually, you know what? I need to talk to Forge from Freedom about this. One of my favorite comments that I got in the video I did with the Honor Guard was I own a P320 and one of these. I'm not buying another gun until you and that damn hammer come with me to the gun store.
That's what we do. We can make a handgun safety testing kit and put it on a T-shirt.
Yeah,
I like Brownell's hammer and a press case. I love it.
Oh my goodness!
All right, there it is. Sam, get busy. Handgun testing.
Yeah,
no, we're gonna talk for sure, Sam. I need to make that happen anyway.
Yeah, more T-shirts to be made. More T-shirts to be made. So, okay, what are you guys doing? Let's go through here, Mac. I don't know how much time you have left. I know that the babies sound like they...
Yeah, I got to get running. The wife's going to come in.
Okay.
If she sees me on a live stream, she's going to kill me.
Oh, yeah, okay. So what are you doing for Christmas, Mac, before you go?
Oh, we're just staying home, man. We're just going to stay home, and, I have 3 kids, and we're going to have them open presents, kick back, drink some coffee, and just kind of try to relax, but it always turns into a big brawl, kind of like what you're hearing right now. And, enjoy Christmas with the kids fighting and stuff. Hopefully we get some snow and we can send them outside to play in the snow.
Yeah, good times. I remember when my kids were that young, man. It's gonna go by real fast on you, so enjoy it.
Yeah, right.
And
look at that little guy.
Yeah, he's so cute. He's so serious.
He is. Why so serious?
He's listening.
You're looking at a picture of a guy drinking with lights around his neck and a Santa hat, and
he's like,
dude dressed up as a bearded.
My dad has very weird friends.
Yeah, absolutely, no kidding. We look like this every day.
This is America. This is America.
Yeah.
I think we've mentally twisted him. I don't think he'll pass a 4473 form now.
No, he'll never be the same. When he grows up, he's going to be telling, he's going to recant that. He's going to go plug his brain into that machine that brings this all back up.
I know, right?
the recaller.
Yeah.
Before you go, Tim, I want to tell you what you missed out on in Roswell, dude. We were getting consistent hits, 80% hit ratios with a factory 338 Lapua mag, factory ammo at 2,600 yards. It was incredible.
I saw the pictures, man. I want to go out and do that. Next time you guys set something like that up, give me a shout. I'd love to drive down and do that.
For sure, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Is there such thing as a group at that distance, or?
We were shooting about a minute and a half size group at that distance, more or less.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
2,600 yards, though, man. That bullet's transonic, man.
Transonic. That sounds like sounds like they need to have their own special bathrooms.
I think Frank said I went trans at about 1,800.
Yeah. So I learned something out the loophole long range. There's one of the instructors out there that consistently hits a steel plate at 1 mile with a 308 shooting 175 SMKs, and I told him it was impossible, and I was wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when the bullet goes transonic, the 168s are unpredictable. They go all over the place. But I learned that the 175 SMKs in certain rounds, when they go transonic, will go transonic in a predictable way, and you can actually still use the weapon at that range. It's pretty cool.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're shooting something that's predictable through trans, you can shoot into subsonic at those extreme distances. And I'll bet you money that dude was using a fast twist barrel. I bet you he was using a 1 in 9.5 or 1 in 10 twist barrel. Maybe even.
I was gonna say 1 in 10. It's a 1 in 10.
Yeah. Okay, so it's fast twist barrel, and he's spinning the crap out of that 175 grain spear match king.
Okay, very cool, Brian.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah, Brian Quick says, Mac, I know you're going right now. The child looks more serious than the actual adults dressed up in electrical lights. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. And I just want to say one last thing, guys. It sucks. I know we're all laughing and joking around, but I think it really sucks for Honor Guard because it is a small business. And so I say we handle it delicately, but the public has to know if those guns are dangerous. It has to be addressed. It can't be ignored. I do feel sorry for them, but man, that's serious stuff. I agree.
I'm 100% with you, man. Like I don't want to see them burn down. I just want to see them.
Nope. Just fix it. Yep. Right. All right, guys.
Thanks, Mac. We appreciate it, man.
Take care, guys. It's good seeing you.
All right.
All right. Okay.
And we have now Kevin Dixie's joined us.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin in a suit. Look at that. Look at all.
Look at
in a hotel.
You look so fancy. Are you in a hotel room?
Yeah, I'm in a hotel room. I'm out in the great city of Seattle, Washington right now. So I had to come out.
I could tell those crappy drapes behind you.
Yeah, this beautiful stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even. I could probably try to guess the hotel chain, but I'm not gonna.
No, give it a try. I'll let you know if you're right. Tell me what you got.
Hampton Inn.
Courtyard. I'm gonna go with Hank.
Hampton Inn. No, I'm actually at the Hilton.
Oh, close.
All right. They
the double by Hilton.
Yeah.
We appreciate what's going on. See, y'all been on her. I'm sorry I could. I wanted to at least hop on once before the end of the year, but it's like 3 hours the other way, this way.
Yeah.
I had to get done with work.
And this is how you come on to our Christmas show, man. You are out of uniform.
Hey man, I was like, well, if I would have known it was going to be a themed show, maybe I could have packed something in the suitcase. But people don't tell me anything, so I wasn't aware.
We talked about this. I feel like the guy who came to the party, the only one that came to the party in a costume.
Hold on. First of all, what the hell do you have on? What is wrong with your face?
What do you? This? No.
What?
Running from somebody.
He looks like this all the time.
This is for safety reasons.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna drive my my Audi home tonight like this. If I get pulled over.
Like you might get pulled over.
With flashing lights on your head.
Oh man. I'm gonna try it. I think I got this. My dang on laptop. Well, I just wanted to hey, hello to everyone on the panel and Merry Christmas to all you guys in advance.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Hope all goes well with the families and definitely to the watchers out there, the viewers out there. Haven't talked to you guys since last week. Appreciate all the love. Been getting a lot of support and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And don't come to Seattle in December.
Nasty.
And who are you looking at in the hotel room? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, there's nobody in the hotel room. I heard a noise on the other side of this wall, so it's just a noise.
That's what you say now.
That's what I'm sticking to.
I'm just trying to trouble.
You know something, man? Hank, we have entirely ignored everyone in the live chat. They've all just been sitting here staring at us through a little window.
I know. We have to. Okay, let's take questions. We were gonna ask people what their favorite episodes were. So let's find out from people what their favorite episodes were, as well as everyone here on the panel. Kevin Dixie, I don't know how much time you have. What was your favorite episode?
Oh man,
favorite episode. I hate to be. I don't know, man. There's so many good ones. I would definitely say the one in remembrance that I can remember is my favorite, just because it was pure honesty. Was the one with the one where the rant came out of. Actually, I was proud to say anything with a rant in it is my favorite.
No kidding.
All of those. Everything with not even just rant, but I'm gonna stick with that because we got to pick favorites. So yeah, all the ones with the rant.
Okay, cool. Let's see if anyone's telling us what their favorite episode is. Okay, tell us in the chat what your favorite episode was.
Kevin, have you seen the latest Elves rendition of us?
Yeah, man. I think I saw it yesterday. I was in the airport. Was it the day before? I think I was in the airport and I watched it. I'm gonna have to watch when I get tagged and things by certain people, because I'm telling you, I was literally sitting there and I was having a drink and I clicked on a video. You know, you just click and you see stuff and like I spit it out over the board, guy.
Yeah,
it was an accident, but it was funny.
Yeah, let's not show it because I showed those things yesterday, and YouTube made a copyright claim. Yeah, because of the music. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got a copyright claim. So I'm not. That's why I'm not going to show it for anyone who wants to know. Yeah, absolutely. There's always like something with YouTube that
nobody's got a sense of humor anymore.
that they're not happy with. So there you go. Okay, so let's go down. Let's start. Mike, do you have a favorite episode? Don't be like Kevin and only choose ones that you're in it where you rant.
Yeah. The one
excuse me, I was only involved in one rant. There was more than one rant that went on his show.
That's not true. You rant in a lot of videos.
There was a couple of them that I really did enjoy, but the one that I probably got the most enjoyment out of was the one that you did with I'm not certain if I'm saying his name right, Vada.
Oh, that's the first one, right?
Oh, that's number one, episode one.
God, no.
Yeah, because you sat there, you was looking at him, and you was like, you just like, oh my goodness, what did I get myself into?
Hey, I haven't even watched that one, but I don't think I can, man. I think I'll probably like get sick or have diarrhea or something.
Yeah. Your head will explode. I know you.
Dude, like I want you to invite him back and have me on here. I want to yell.
No. I think it's he's done the circuit and whatever. I think we have to try to move on from that,
I just wanted some of the fun too. No, like yeah. I'm curious. Did you think that like does he like buy into his nonsense or?
It's hard to tell. Either he's doing it deliberately or he's crazy and he doesn't know what he's doing. So
no, I think he totally believes everything he says. 100%.
Yeah. It's the worst one is if he 100% believes all that stuff. So. I think yeah. Mr. Holster didn't get the idea of what we're talking about here. He says he likes the episode of Archer with Burt Reynolds.
I like that one too. I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah, it's a freaking awesome episode for sure, but that's not what we were talking about. But no, that was a good one. 904 likes the Jaeger rant. Okay.
No, you got wound up that freaking night. That was long.
That's pent up aggression.
Okay. Well, I get it every once in a while,
Yeah, I blame it on pent up aggression. So Nitro Zoo 76 says he likes Reed and Mr. Guns and Gear shows. He likes those were good shows. Always fun when we have those guys on. Guns and Gear is a good dude. So is Reed. We've had him on twice. Chris Elog says when Katie started saying burls. What episode was that? We need to make that the burl episode. We got to go back and find which one that was.
The burl?
Yeah, if someone knows what episode that. Yeah, okay.
That's what it is. It's a burl. Yeah, I don't know how you guys get barrel. How do you say? You know how slow you have to go to say barrel. Barrel. It's a burl. What is it? It's a burl.
And now I say it all the time. Now
barrel.
You in a business suit saying burl.
I caught myself the other day saying it just in general conversation.
Yeah, you've infected the world with your burl.
That's right.
Your burl is giving out STDs at this point.
Would that come with speech impediment? Apparently, this STD comes with speech impediment, so it's some new stuff.
Yeah.
So, aside from favorite episodes, guys, is anybody in the chat have any questions for people on the panel?
Yeah,
I feel bad we've ignored you guys.
I got a doc episode and say that never happened, because that is the best episode this year.
What the donk episode?
The donk episode is the best episode.
Another one where I started making fun of.
Yeah, Justin E said the Jaeger rant. Even Yankee Marshall hated it. Yankee Marshall was mad because he says he's the worst gun guy in the world, and he doesn't want anyone else, I guess, getting that.
Moving in on his face.
Yeah. So this is actually a comment if you go look on the video from Yankee Marshall, which I told him that he's in the top 5. He's in the top 5. So there you go.
I got a question for Walter.
Yes, sir.
I'm still waiting to hear the best Christmas party you went to.
Let me think back a little bit here now.
Oh my goodness. Pour some more Jack in that glass.
That's what he needs.
Maybe the Christmas party you went to that there was weed.
I don't know if it was a Christmas party or not. As I look back.
You gotta look
When you look backwards,
yeah.
Yeah, Peggy Killer Keller, don't come in the room right now.
I can answer that one for Walter.
Go for it.
It involved deer, monkeys, and dolphins.
Kevin's going, what the hell are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh no.
Oh, you missed this, Kevin. We were talking about this yesterday. There's some monkeys in Japan that have sex with the deer.
Well, they don't have sex
wow.
with the deer. They chop the deer's heads.
Yeah.
They're not like, you know.
Yeah. Some female monkeys.
Yeah.
Are you telling me? So what you're saying is let me get this right. There are Japanese monkeys that have sex with the heads of decapitated deers.
No,
where'd you get that?
Hey, Kevin.
It sounds like what you just said.
No.
Hey, Kevin, that's not all. That's not the whole story. There's also horny dolphins involved.
Yeah.
How did the monkey get in the water with the dolphin?
I don't think you have to go look at yesterday's episode, honestly.
Oh, no.
All right. Okay.
Basically, there's these female Japanese monkeys that ride on the back of deer. They don't care what sex the deer are. What was it? It's female. Lola's trying to tell me something.
The best Christmas party.
Yeah.
We were getting some questions in here.
Yeah. Okay, if you get a question, let us know. Patrick, you let us know.
Yeah.
Walter, what was the best party? Come on.
I got one right now, man. I'm looking at it.
My back hurt says he liked the video of Hank getting pulled over by the cops. Okay, that wasn't an episode.
That wasn't an episode.
And that is my least favorite video on my channel. I do not like that video at all. Classified hold on one second. Classified information said, let's eat lunch at Cracker Barrel. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
I was gonna refer back to that video where you got stopped and frisked and all that. You know the part where they had your hands over the hood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you were standing like that. I was half expecting one of the officers to take out a glove and put it on.
Oh, thank you. Now, don't start, Sam. Now there's gonna be memes of that.
Oh dear.
Somebody's gonna memify that, and I won't be happy.
Christmas party.
Let's see who. So everyone's liking.
I'm still trying to think of that best Christmas party. I know it's hard to.
I think I've only been to like one real Christmas party.
All right, Walter. Let's next year. Let's crash a military party. That'll probably be your best party after that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll give you an affirmative on that. Yeah, they are good parties.
So, which branch of the military has like the wildest Christmas parties?
So it depends, man. Like, are we talking like a proper party, or are we talking like barracks party?
I would probably go with the Marine Corps guys. You know, they probably get a little wild.
Yeah, Walter, your camera. Walter's camera is drunk.
What happened?
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
I was about to say your camera's drunk or something.
I've heard good things about Marine Corps parties. Now the ones that get real interesting because of the like the history behind it is Cav parties. The U.S. Army Cavalry.
Yeah.
Like they do this weird wetting down process where you like drink grog out of a damn Stetson and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I hear those are pretty good too.
Yeah, you know what? I have a friend that was in cavalry, and yeah, he's batshit crazy. Yeah, that would be Mr. Yak Yass for anyone who remembers the old videos on my channel. Who's my buddy? He's not on the channel that much anymore because he moved to Jacksonville.
What is this Delta Force does, but nobody's ever seen when they classified information's talking about? What?
Oh, so now they're baiting you up. They're baiting you up, Kevin, to hit me up for a rifle in the chat.
So let's go ahead and do this since we're going to address comments in the chat. Now, Walter, I know you wouldn't lie to my sweet, precious baby girl because she already talked to you about it.
Wait, hold on a second.
What? I'm just saying.
You're trying to cut in front of somebody. You're trying to cut in front of somebody.
I don't care nothing about who I'm cutting in front of. So what we're trying to do is get Walt. This is the idea. I want him to send me that I'm going to get back. I'm not asking him for a free gun yet. It's not the right time of year.
Yeah, until he gets there.
I want him to send me a rifle for I can basically do something cool in the snow in Missouri with a 50K.
Okay.
And so that's what I want to do.
Well, as long as you don't make it into a snow angel and pee. Anyways.
I don't pee on guns. I'm not Antifa. I don't do that. I don't pee on guns.
Yellow snow or something.
Does he look like R. Kelly to you?
I don't. No.
Oh, wow.
I think he looks like Toast.
Hey, Walter, I say this gently. I just want you to look in the comments. So when I do what Peggy just told me to do, don't go after me, man.
Yeah, Peggy Killer says, Kevin, you still have not called me, and then she gave like the sexy wink.
Hey,
to Kevin. So,
hey.
I'm just
I
saying.
told you. Hey, I don't mess with any man's wife, but especially a man that got a damn tank. I can't even shoot back at him. So no, no problems here, sir.
Hank, I'll say Method Man, not R. Kelly, but Method Man.
Method Man was peeing on someone. I know R. Kelly did it.
No, you said that Kevin looked like R. Kelly, and I said no, not R. Kelly, but Method Man.
Oh no, because we were talking about Kevin peeing on a gun.
Well, you know, you write your name with the P in the snow, I guess. You know, I
was trying to get off the P.
What I was trying to do is figure out, and you know, there are some people out there that are more artistic than I am and more creative. What I want, and somebody's going to try to steal this idea, but you heard it here first.
Don't say it out loud.
Don't say it. You don't think I should say it?
You know what? You do look like people are seconding the fact that you look like Method Man. 904 says he's asking for a free gun also.
No, 904 is asking for a free gun to keep. See, I don't want a free gun to keep.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to send it back.
Well, maybe you can sign it and it will sell it.
Yeah, David Wright says he wants Walter to pay for his. He doesn't want a free one. He just wants Walter to pay for it.
Oh, bless his heart. Bless his heart. Go ahead.
I mean, we got a little time. Our snow hasn't hit yet, so you got a little time, you know.
Yeah, I know.
We were talking about wild Christmas. We were talking about wild Christmas parties. I remember like going to Christmas parties with one date and leaving with another date.
Oh, is that a violation? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap out here.
All right.
Oh, you're out? Are you really out?
Yeah, no, I'm about to be really out.
Or are you just feeling guilty right now?
No, not even sort of. I do feel guilty. I feel guilty that I've been like ignoring these people.
Okay, what's the questions? What questions do you want to?
Yeah. No, I see some dude, Ben Farrell, has been asking over and over and over and over again why I quit TFB.
Oh, we talked.
I know we kind of talked about it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm just gonna refer him to go back in the chat, so he can stop asking the same damn question.
Oh, oh, you just poked him really hard. Okay. Best Christmas party. I you know. Somebody said I was too drunk to remember the Christmas party. That's not true either. That's not true either. I don't know. You know, it's hard. Oh gosh. There's been some other parties. I don't know if they were actually Christmas parties that were pretty fun, but it usually involved maybe like a bottle of something or a 6-pack of this or that, or and some conversation and a little bit of personal interaction.
Keep looking over that shoulder, Walter. That'll help you.
Well, this is way before my wife. Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead. Keep doing it.
Sorry.
She's only watching right now.
That's okay. She can
the
watch.
SmackDown is about to be on.
That was pre-Peggy. Nothing goes on now. That's with her. Anyways.
That's good. Clean it up. Keep it clean.
No, we got to keep it on the straight and narrow, so to speak.
Gentlemen's, I do believe. Oh, yeah. I said I was going to talk about the P10C, wasn't I?
Yeah, go ahead. Hit us up.
I did say that at some point earlier and then entirely ignored it. I'm sorry. Yeah, P10C has gone back to CZ. The pin that holds the magazine catch assembly on the inside of the frame is a little bit on the loose side. It actually fell out when I was shooting hot loads, support hand at like a 45-degree angle. Locked the gun up whenever it ran out of ammo. So it's back in the hands of CZ right now. I don't think it's a widespread problem, but it is an issue with my example.
How many rounds are you up to?
I stopped at 2100. I had to fix it in the field. I found the spring that holds the thing in there once. The second time the pin fell out, I had to try to fix it with like the spring out of a Bic lighter, and that didn't work so well. So like I stopped at 2100, and that's where I'm kind of putting the brakes on it. So I've got 3,000 rounds left in the test cycle. I'm going to be picking up the FN 509 this coming week.
Oh, okay.
We're
I'll be
gonna start
interested to know what
that.
you think about that one. Will it be your first time shooting a 509?
No, man. I actually got introduced to the 509 at SHOT last year. They had like a closed doors like media event where they were talking about giving the high points of it, and then give us an embargo date of whenever the hell it was. I dropped the video, but I've had one in my possession since like February of this year.
Okay.
Late February, something like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. I don't know if there are any other questions.
No, I'll have to think about it.
Yeah.
I'll have to report back to you on the Christmas party thing. I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay. You go ahead and try to sort that out in your mind, and make sure you filter out everything that is going to incriminate you, because I know that's why you're not answering this. Okay, Patrick, are you out of here?
Yeah.
You're out of here.
I'm out of here. I'm hungry. I've got to go do some work that pays.
All right, man.
Take care.
Peace, y'all. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it. Please, everyone, go check out Patrick's channel.
Yes, Firearm Rack. You can do that right here. It is youtube.com/Firearm Rack now. It's not any bullshit like Cheese McQueen. It is Firearm Rack. And then right there is my Instagram. I put cool shit on there all the time.
Okay. Thanks for coming by, man. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, brother.
All right. Same to all you guys. Thank you.
Peace.
Okay. All right.
Peace.
See you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Okay, I think we're gonna get the Tyven show to come on. Since this is the last one, it's a party. People are coming in and out. I know we're going a little bit over time. Are there any other things we forgot to talk?
We were talking so much business earlier. It was like a regular old show, I was like, oh, I know it's breaking news, so I couldn't interrupt the breaking news. That's not fair for me to even.
No, I understand. What was it you wanted to talk about?
No, just general. Like I said, I brought the thing up about the party and stuff. I mean, everybody's got or the worst experience you've had with like a family kind of event, or things like that. There's always good stuff at Christmas. People get together, don't see each other very often, and things get said, and you learn things about people, and all kind of good stuff.
Oh.
Well, ho ho ho!
What's up, mofo?
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Tyven. What's going on, man?
I just wanted to jump in for the last couple minutes and just say, hey, Merry Christmas. I'm in D.C. It's warm, and I wish that people would stop shopping so I could go deliver everybody's coal.
What do you got?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm hauling a bunch of coal for all you dirty bastards out there.
Coal?
Coal. If you're a bad boy, you get a chunk of coal for Christmas.
Oh,
I get it now.
I've never seen one of those things, so I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
I FedEx yours water. Don't worry, dude.
Yeah.
You'll take care of me, right?
The whole world is getting coal.
Getting cold.
Yeah.
What's people's here? This is an easy question. What's everyone's favorite Christmas movie? Go ahead, Tyven. You start.
Oh God, this is gonna be a long show.
I liked all the Chevy Chase's Christmas movies.
Those are good. Those are good. Nice choice of boobies.
All of them.
Choice of
yeah. The choicest boobies. Go ahead. Okay. Let's see who we go to. Sam, what was your favorite? What's your favorite?
Do I have a Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie? It has got to be the good old Great Escape.
Great Escape. Okay. Interesting one. Do they play that in England a lot? I mean, I can't remember if they played that a lot when I was there. Yeah, The Great Escape. I don't know.
I mean, it's. I think it's a European movie, but it's the one with Steve McQueen and stuff.
Yeah.
And and what's his name? I forget his name.
Yeah.
But that's probably one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Because the whole story takes. Well, I mean, it's based on a true story, but it takes. It happens around Christmas and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's about POWs in World War II and how they try and break out and stuff like that.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Legally Concealed TX says he's in the right place to deliver coal, DC. 904
Yes, sir.
says A Christmas Story. Lots of people are saying, let me see, I'm getting Gremlins, Die Hard. David Wright wants a link to get in. Okay, so someone, that's up to Lola. Lola, if you have a link, let David Wright in.
Yeah, I think Elf was a good one. That's one that'll go down in history.
What about, someone says, which one?
Elf was that comedian guy. I can't remember his name offhand.
Elf. Okay, yeah. Jake Arnold says, what about Bad Santa? Another one for Die Hard, Kentucky Firearms Network, Die Hard. Music Lover says The First Matrix. I don't remember any kind of Christmassy stuff in there. Could be wrong, though. We're getting a lot of Die Hards, Christmas Story, Bad Santa 2. Music Lover said it's Will Ferrell that was in Elf. So let's see, Babyface, what's your favorite Christmas?
The Year Without Santa Claus. Is that one of those claymations from like the 60s or 70s?
I don't think I've ever saw that one.
Oh my god, it's with like the same guys that made like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, those little claymation ones. Oh, love it.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with Rudolph. You know, it's not a movie, but you know, it's
the Year Without Santa was the one that had the heat miser, and the snow miser.
Yeah.
Anybody remembers that?
Yeah.
Oh, favorite. Absolutely. Marley and I watched it the other night. Absolutely.
Yeah. 904 says Jingle All the Way, Arnold. Okay.
Jingle bell, shotgun shell, Santa Claus is dead. He tried to steal my teddy bear, and I shot him in the head.
Okay. On that note, Kevin, what's your favorite?
I would kind of say it's the time, man. The claymations, I'm with Babyface on all the claymations rock, but my favorite movie is gonna be Die Hard for Christmas, man. It's just something about that.
Yeah, that's one everyone watches every Christmas.
Rudolph the Drunken Reindeer.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see. Chad Patrick said Merry Xmas, Patrick. So there you go. Someone said Lethal Weapon. Chris Kellogg said Home Alone. Home Alone's classic.
Oh yeah, Home Alone. I forgot about that.
Yeah. My back hurts says Heat. Oh my God, Heat. Seriously, that's like that movie is that did that take place during Christmas? Heat. Interesting.
Oh, no.
Thomas Cooper Smith says The Polar Express.
Oh wow.
Okay, let's see. Let's go. Vanessa Kitty said John Wick. So Mike, what's your favorite Christmas movie? You Are the Grinch. Are you gonna say the Grinch?
Man, the Grinch stole Christmas.
Nah, you know, I really don't watch too much TV like that.
He's a cool guy.
I'll watch something with shooting. So it's always like the Army sniper competition or Madpool series.
Really?
Yeah. I'm being for real.
Are you for real? Are you for serious right now?
I'm serious as a heart attack. I don't watch TV like that, especially like this time of the year.
Okay.
But the last Christmas movie I actually seen, but I watched it in the summertime. It was the one with Chris Brown was in it when they had the family. I forgot the name of it.
Chris Brown, the singer?
Yeah, Chris Brown. He was in this movie. Oh.
Thanks. Anybody told you look like that USF wrestler, Kimbo Slice?
Yeah, I've heard that before. No, me. When I wear the black version of this, I specifically hear that all the time. There's one of these that's all blacked out. So yeah, I hear that.
Hey, Mike, I need you to give me your address. I need a pen because I'm gonna mail you a damn hug. Watching Sniper.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Christmas, man. What's wrong with you? No, mail you a hug, man.
That's the name of it. I just looked it up. The name of it is called This Christmas. But like I said, I watched it in the summertime, but normally I'm watching like a shooting video on Christmas.
Yeah. Someone said It's a Wonderful Life. Screaming Skull Saloon says I'm gonna say Coming to America. I watch a bunch of Christmas movies. I actually like The Grinch That Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey.
Oh, I love The Grinch.
I like that movie, and I think some of the Who's It's in there are kind of sexy. So
yeah, you know,
some of the Who's It's or What's It's or whatever they're called in there. I like that. I think it's funny. Santa Claus. I watch all the Santa Claus movies. So
the Santa Claus.
Yeah, the Santa Claus movies. So I watch those. What's up?
Have you seen Cindy Lou Who grown up now?
No. Is she a hottie?
Oh, you should go look her up.
Uh-oh. I'm sure you know Babyface is always over there quiet doing the weird thing.
You're fine.
Who is it? Who is it?
The girl that played Cindy Lou Who in the Grinch movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, grown up, she's a hottie.
Hottie, yeah.
So also a really good Christmas movie that I like is Scrooged. Scrooged is a good Christmas movie.
Krampus is good too. You seen Christmas
I've
movie?
never seen that.
No, Krampus. You gotta watch Krampus, man. That is funny.
Oh yeah.
That is.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That's
They're in chat for you.
I try to watch Krampus with Lola. Lola does not like horror movies.
That was good.
Hello there.
Oh, you gotta let her watch Slumber Party Massacre 1 through 12.
Oh dear.
Awesome.
1 through 12.
12.
Is Jamie Lee Curtis in those?
You guys do know what I call Tyven, right?
What's
What do you
that?
call Tyven?
What do you call
Tyven, I'm sorry to get you, but no, Tyven is literally the Meg of the show.
I'm the what?
You're the Meg of the show. Shut up, Tyven.
Hey,
It's gonna
easy
be
there. Hey, you know what? When I see Kevin, I remember this great big Christmas carol. It went like this. Was it?
Oh, don't mess it up
Oh,
now.
I can't think
You're
of it.
losing the joke,
I
Tyven. You're
can't think of
losing
it.
it.
Oh, there it is. Shit, now I had it.
Seriously, Tyven, you're getting thrown off your. Don't mess with Tyven. He
can't
drives
remember.
a big, massive tractor trailer. He will run you over.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, well,
Deadeye, here it is. Deadeye, the Western cowboy, had a very shiny gun, and if you ever saw it, you would turn around and run. All of the other cowboys used to laugh and call him names. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, the mayor came to say, Jedi, with your gun so bright, won't you shoot my wife tonight? Then all the other cowboys used to let it gleam.
I don't know where this is going.
Really bad.
This is why I call you.
I hope you're not drinking and driving, Tyven.
Yeah.
I hope you're not.
Hey, it was my honor and goal to sing on a Hank Strange Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's glorious.
We appreciate it, I think.
Everybody give 2 thumbs up in the comment. Come on.
Yeah,
I made my debut.
We should get some thumbs ups just for that.
We got 160 thumbs up. What's up?
Oh, really nice. Okay, very cool. All right. So, what other points of business?
Soylent Green
go
is
through
a
their
Christmas
movies?
Business. There was some. Oh, you know what I found is interesting. So, wherever I go, I try to collect data from people. So today I got a chance to visit the original Starbucks, or kind of go about it.
Oh, awesome.
And got to go see the Space Needle and all this cool stuff downtown. So while I was here, one thing that I got reminded of is that marijuana is legal in the state of Washington. So I decided to have a conversation with someone and just sparked up a friendly conversation. They asked me where I was from. We talked, and I said, "Hey, got a question for you. Do you shoot guns?" It's like, "Nah, man, them things, you got to be too careful. I don't have time." It's like, "Well, let me ask you another question. Do you take advantage of your state's right to smoke weed?" He was like, "Well, yeah." I said, "Would you do them both?" He's like, "So could I smoke weed and shoot a gun?" I said, "Yeah." Would you do them both if you could? He's like, "If they told me that if I had to smoke weed," he said, "if I had to smoke weed in order to get my right to carry, I would smoke weed to carry a gun." I said, "Okay. But you wouldn't carry a gun otherwise." Dude's like, "Nah, but if somebody said that you had to smoke weed and then I would carry a gun if I had to smoke weed, I would." So in the state of Washington, at least one of the residents believe that marijuana is more important than your right to carry. But he would carry if you would let him smoke marijuana.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, it was. You should have seen. You should have seen. It was interesting.
That's crazy.
Hey,
You know what? I want to. Go ahead. What's that?
I was going to say each to his own, I guess.
Yeah, I want to share something with you guys. This is something that I got for Christmas from guess where?
Brownells.
Brownell sent me this Christmas stocking over here. Which is pretty cool. And there's a couple of things in there. I'm going to show you guys. And as you can see, this is all from
the Bureau of Propaganda.
The Bureau of Propaganda. This is what is this thing? I got it upside down. It is called post-workout coffee scrub.
What?
There you go. I don't know. I'm guessing you wash yourself in this after the workout and you smell like coffee.
Is that like a cat bath or something?
I have no idea. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this. Lola would probably like this. because or if she probably like if I use this because she likes coffee. I don't know. Post coffee scrub, but there's a bunch of other things that came in there. Some of them come from Fight Soap. So let's go through, see what's in there. Gear spray.
And what does that do?
There you go. Gear spray. Targets odor causing bacteria.
Don't make your ear not stink.
So is that like Febreze for your armpits?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, that's weird. That's interesting. I would have just sprayed that on my guns and messed everything up. So what's this one? Fatali? This one's called Fatali Conditioning Spray.
What the hell?
So there you go, Fatali Conditioning Spray. This is all bath stuff, I'm guessing.
Oh, so
let's see what's in here. This little thing, Ultimate Shower Gel, 100% paraben free. I don't even know what a paraben
is. A chemical, yeah.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Shower, some kind of shower gel is in there.
It's all packaged for the propaganda.
It's all for
Isn't that AKA bath salts?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Here, this one I might actually need. It's called Warbeard. So there you go, Warbeard.
So is it like
there you go. This is the Warbeard for the, I don't know if you guys could see that. It says the unrefined beard balm.
I think you have your Warbeard on right now.
Yeah, this is for the Warbeard. So there you go. I don't know if you guys could read it. Maybe you could read it there. Warbeard. That's for the beard.
You don't even have a beard.
I do have a beard. Wait, don't you see my beard right now?
Man,
don't be hating.
Well,
so body armor combat sanitizer.
Oh dear.
These guys are trying to tell me something. These guys are trying to send a message.
Hey, y'all seen Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right?
Yes.
You know what Hank looks like right now? He looks like Yukon Jack. Is it Yukon Jack, that one character that hangs out with the with the abominable dude, He looks like
abominable snowman.
Yukon Jack had that in his antlers.
Or Yukon something or other, yeah.
I don't think so. I think I look pretty damn sexy right now. And
when you go to that Furbies thing, it is. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
The final one is the Bureau of Propaganda soap, and this is all from Fight Soap. This is from Fight Soap, so there you go.
A lot of money on this stuff, man.
Yeah, and the sock. This is like a gun sock, so you can put a gun in it. Do we want to actually show some guns on this episode? I know we're wrapping it up. You guys want to show some guns?
I don't know, man.
No, and no one has guns.
Same gun last night.
Oh, Kevin definitely doesn't have.
No, he's in leftist heaven
now.
He's
in Washington, so he doesn't.
Kevin, you said you were out there in Washington. Was you around the bus that derailed out there?
The train?
No, I was. Can you guys see me?
No, you disappeared for a
you
second.
dropped out, man. There you go.
Right now, showing the sexiest gun in the world. Right now,
the ugliest gun in the world.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Am I back on?
You're there. Yeah.
Okay. So no, that train. It's funny because when I got here, I'm like, new city, I'm gonna get out and explore. And I got in my room and I turned on the TV and I saw the train derailed. It's like 20 minutes from where I'm at. But the train derailed and it was raining. It was like thunderstorms and 3 people died because the train jumped the tracks. It's like, I'm just gonna stay in my room.
El Jefe wants to know what you're doing in Seattle.
Not trying to be like, kind of.
Yeah. Just say
I would love to, but I can't tell.
Oh, okay. If he tells you, he will have to kill
you.
So there you go. So what do you guys, let's go down real quick and then we can wrap this up. What do you guys think of the FS 2000?
Ugly.
Yeah.
Ugly.
I need to shoot it. I want to see how it shoots.
Yeah, okay, you'll be able to shoot it. I got this one from Tony. The other night when we were talking about ugly guns and I said the FS 2000 is really ugly, and he happened to be walking in at that moment and he was heartbroken because he'd already bought this and it came. But it's cool that he has it in his collection, I think. I would love to have I like Bullpups. That's what I put in my collection.
It don't matter how ugly it is, as long as it's full auto, nobody looks at it.
Yeah, this one's not full auto. But,
well, you gotta give ugly guns love too, just like you give. Well, anyways,
Yeah. We love. Yeah. Dumb,
Walter,
cripple, and crazy.
Call the moped, Walter.
What's that?
Yeah.
And it's called a moped.
Ah, okay.
It's fun to ride, but you never let your friends see you riding it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a bastard. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I never heard that before.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you need to get tell Sam right there. He needs to make a T-shirt of that.
Oh man.
Yeah, Sam, you're not gonna run out of T-shirt ideas. What do you think about the FS2000, Sam?
Oh, I don't know much about it. I mean, I've
Do
watched
you like
some videos and
Bullpups,
stuff.
or are you not a Bullpup guy?
Oh yeah, I like bull. I got a couple myself. But,
Oh, by the way, Sam, you should really try the Monte Cristo Platinum. It's an excellent cigar, about the 6 or 8 inch ring.
Propaganda soap.
Okay.
yeah, I
Lola
have
wants
tried-
me to get out the propaganda soap. Go ahead, guys.
Oh, what do you want to? What?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Sam.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I have tried it. It's a pretty good cigar.
Yes, they are. Little Havana over there. There's actually a weekly show. I have a guy down there. He does liquor and cigars, and they've got a little place over there that he sells them. And then when my old man comes up from Belize, I tell him, I said, you can't stop by my house unless you bring a couple of them Honduras with you.
Right.
Cubans, yeah. You are right. The other night, the Cubans are definitely overrated. The tobacco industry went down in there, and they upgraded the farms down there in Nicaragua and in Honduras. They actually went in and critiqued the tobacco.
Wait, hold on a second.
I questioned that.
Just rewind that.
Don't let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
That's not how you pronounce it, Tyman. That's not how you pronounce it.
What?
That's not how you pronounce it.
We're not gonna let that. I cannot let that pass, Simon. We got like.
That's
not
not
three other brothers on the show right
Let it
now.
Go. What? I didn't say anything inappropriate.
Really?
It
I said
sounded
Nicaragua.
I told you.
Say Simon.
Nicaragua, yeah.
Yeah.
N-I-C. Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. That's what I said.
It was
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Oh my Lord. Oh Lord. Okay.
I heard it too, but I just let it go right up.
Yeah. Let's not.
Well, I apologize if I said the name incorrectly. That's not what I was insinuating.
No,
Oh,
no.
Tyman, relax. We're just joking with you.
funny.
Meg, damn.
Okay.
No.
It's funny as hell.
So Tommy,
Okay, you make. Go ahead.
can I ask you a question? So your dad lives in Belize?
Yeah, he lives down there in Belize, down in just north of Placencia.
Oh, okay, that's nice. I like
Now we're just gonna laugh at everything that Tyler pronounces.
So anyhow, they went down and they farmed out the tobacco down there, and Honduras and all those have gotten really upgraded their tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
The Cuban cigars have really went downhill over the last 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
So you're saying like the Honduran tobacco is coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite places that I've been, man. Honduras, love that place.
Yeah. I like Belize.
Hey, did I tell you about something? I got robbed for a cigar down there.
I
got robbed.
Robbed?
Yeah, I got robbed for my money for a cigar. So I don't really smoke as. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna say this real quick, and for two reasons. Sam.
I'm with you, brother.
Okay? No, I got much love for you, man, but you can't come back home, okay? Because I was supposed to be the first person. First of all, you disrespect me with the beard. That's number one. Then you decorate your beard. That's number two.
I'm trying.
And then sure you are. And then you come on here smoking a stogie. All right, so you stole one of my ideas and you're trying to beard shame me. I'm not appreciating this. That's my.
But he redeemed himself because he's drinking Jack Daniels, so he's good to go. So there you go.
Right here, look. Right here.
Sam is all in this.
All right. We'll forgive him for the Jack. But I was down in Honduras when I did. I was doing a little video down there, and a dude walked up to me. You know, the dudes be peddling, running around selling stuff. So because I had never smoked a cigar before, but I said the first time I smoked a cigar, I wanted to be on the deck of a ship with a drink and a cigar. Right? That's my vision. Right. So I get down there and the dude sells me this Cuban cigar, right? Or it's supposed to be. I'm like, wow, this is a pretty cheap cigar. It only cost me $6. This is awesome. Yeah, it tasted like old recycled toilet paper and a child's nightmares. And it was like horrible. But I thought that's what a
cigar.
Cuban
That's
was.
what a cigar is.
But no, then I had a real Cuban cigar, and I found out that a little bitty one cost you like $30, and I was like, okay, now this must be the real
you
thing.
still, you still got robbed, dude. You still got robbed. You can buy a Cuban cigar down there for like $6. $6.10 at the most.
Go ahead.
Meg, I didn't buy that one. I just puffed off it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm not trying to one up you, but when I was in Honduras, I was actually dancing with Miss Honduras. What you're saying? It happened.
At the time, he was sleeping in his hotel room.
That's for reals. I actually went to a party, and I was like dancing with Miss
Was it a
Honduras.
Christmas party?
No, it wasn't a Christmas party. I was there for I was in Honduras to celebrate the Garifuna people, which is like a tribe of Africans that were slaves, and then they got their freedom on the ship, and then they went to live in different places, including Honduras. And I think it was their centennial celebration or something like that. And I was like hanging out with some dignitaries at a party in Honduras, and there was Miss Honduras there that was competing in the Miss Universe thing, and I was like chilling. See, yeah.
All right.
Hank Strange wasn't always the...
Hank.
Oh boy.
And
Jennifer Lopez told me I had beautiful eyes.
Okay, that does beat my story. Did you say, and you have a beautiful booty?
There you
I
go.
was checking it out. All right, so the story was, she was with Ben Affleck at this time, and I was stationed at Fort Stewart in Georgia, and Ben Affleck owned the house there in the Georgia area, like near the beach. So we it was a group of us. We went up to Best Buy, and when we was there, I realized something was acting funny at the door, like people wasn't coming in like they normally would. And then all of a sudden, I was like sitting there looking at CDs, and she was just standing right next to me. And we sat there. We talked for like about 2 minutes, and then Ben Affleck, he came up to her behind her and kissed her and was like, "Hey, babe, you ready to go? We gotta go." And she was like, "Okay." I was just sitting here talking to Mr. And I was like, "Mike, nice to meet you, Ben," like that. And I said, "Y'all have a nice day." And then right before she stepped off, she was like, "Has anybody ever told you had beautiful eyes?" Like that. And I just blushed, and I was like, "Thank you."
Basically, Ben Affleck.
I'm on a hunt for Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, Ben Affleck blocked you.
The blush wasn't the only physical reaction he had, I'm sure.
Hey, man. Hey. Kids are watching right now.
Yes, I do, and they're trained right on your booty as you walk off.
All right, cool. All right, so let's see. What else are we talking about here?
They can't beat that one. That story.
No, we can't. No, we can't beat that. That's the tops.
Yeah, I've been around there a few times now. I can tell you
that's the queen booty right there. Nobody beats that booty.
Nah, she's overrated.
Not the booty. The booty is not overrated. Jennifer Lopez is still kicking it.
All right. Well,
Jenny from the block. All right, so let's see. Do we have at this point stories don't even matter?
Nope. That one got
stories don't even matter now.
Blown out of the water.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Well, hey, I don't mean to be rude, guys. I've got to jump out. I'm pulling into my Baltimore yard here. So, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. Y'all be careful, be safe in the new year, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah. All right,
you too, Nick. See you, Nick.
Don't tell anyone about Nicaragua. Don't tell anyone about Nicaragua.
Forever.
I said it right. You guys are just making fun of me. Y'all have a good day. Careful. See ya.
You got to be careful what neighborhoods you tell that story.
I heard the exact same thing you guys heard. I was like,
if Tyler tells that story in the wrong neighborhood, it's on.
Oh man.
What'd you say? Like, no Pookie. No Pookie. I can't believe what this.
For half a second, I was like, "Are they going to let it go? Or are they going
to?" No, there's too many brothers on this show right now to let it go.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
We will all lose our ghetto passes. Yeah. All right. We handled it. Yeah. Anyone who's interested, and it wasn't Walter.
What? I didn't do
Walter
it this
was
time.
Purely innocent.
I heard it too. I was like, "Ooh."
Well, Walter, did the Christmas lights get on you before or after you started drinking? Like, did you fall into the lights, and that's how they got around you?
Listen, I wanted to do it. I said, Peggy, let's get some Christmas lights on. She goes, nah, you don't want to do that. And I mentioned it to Hank. He goes, do it. So I did it, So
yeah. Okay. So listen, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start from Babyface. We're gonna go down the line. We're gonna wrap it up now. I just want everyone to give their Christmas message, their New Year message, and all that, because we're not gonna see you guys until next year. So Babyface, Patrick, go ahead.
Yeah, you put me on the spot. Merry Christmas to everybody. Spend time with your loved ones. Whatever you got going on, enjoy it. Take some time off. Go drink a beer, have a stogie.
Yeah, what are you doing for Christmas, man?
I am heading down to Tampa to stay with my family.
All right, cool.
There and then get down to Stuart, to her dad too, I think.
Okay, say what's up to the family for us.
Yeah, please do.
So, yeah, awesome. Sam, what about you, man? Any message for the folks out there for Christmas?
Yeah, once again, thanks for supporting Hank Strange and for supporting us. And, I hope you all have a safe and good Christmas, whatever you do. And just keep it real, just, keep supporting Hank and everybody here, and have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. All right. What are you guys doing for Christmas, man? And the New Year's?
Me? Oh, yeah. Just family, man. We've had a really tough season. I mean, tough in a good way because it's been just so busy. Just can't wait until Friday where we kind of shut down everything and just take a few days off and spend it with family and eat. I want to eat and sleep and drink. That's all I want to do.
Absolutely. Okay, awesome. Kevin Diximus Maximus.
Well, I would like my message to everybody would be, stay safe for one. Make sure you have a good time. Relax. Try not to even talk about politics or anything that's heavy, around this time of the year, man. Just get with your family, enjoy, relax yourself.
Yeah,
spend time with the people you love, the people you care about. Extend grace to those that might not even deserve it. Be kind to everyone you encounter. Hold open an extra door this year. Help somebody put some stuff in their car. Just put good karma out there in the world. Just be a pleasant person and have pleasant thoughts. Enjoy, relax. And just enjoy life. Take a moment to reflect and enjoy your life. As far as what we're doing for Christmas, it's going to be family, and I'm kind of on the same mission as Sam. Come Friday, I'm stopping everything going on, taking at least 4 days to do kind of nothing. I might even try to rock this thing called Call of Duty. Might try to figure that thing out, and just hang out with the kids and laugh and play and get some of that QT time in with the wife and the kids, and go down south and see mom for a minute and take a minute to reflect on what it's all about.
Awesome, thank you. All right, Mike, MW Tactical, what's your message here, man, and what are you doing for this holidays?
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody to be safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't shoot and drive. Don't
shoot and drink.
Yeah, don't shoot and drink, especially. Just be safe out there. Don't do anything illegal to fork over money to the government when you don't have to, unless you're getting a suppressor or something. Outside of that, only thing I'm doing is I'm just taking this time. I'm gonna chill with family. Picking up my daughter this weekend, and I'm gonna chill out with her for about a week or so with her grandmother, my mother. Mm-hmm. And actually, I'm supposed to have a phone date with Kevin, and hopefully everything goes right this time around.
You have a phone date with Kevin? Okay, that's going to be interesting. Oh, Lola's sneaking in here. Lola's sneaking in.
Hey, Lola.
What's up?
It's a show. I, too, got a hat.
Oh, I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, so there you go.
But outside of that,
Christmas, yeah, okay, awesome. Thanks,
Lola,
Mike. We appreciate it. Okay, so here's Lola. Hold on a second, Walter. We're getting to you so you can... Okay, so you got a elf hat on. There's only one thing I might point out.
What?
That your ears have that thing that Michael Jackson has.
What is that?
That Michael Jackson has. What was that? What was that thing Michael Jackson has where he went white because your ears are white?
Oh, well, I didn't have time to spray it.
Oh,
it's just a costume.
Okay.
Sheesh, you have to pick on my costume.
Yeah. I'm just being specific.
Tough neighborhood.
Mine is cuter than yours.
No, I don't think so. Does yours light up like this?
No.
Everything about Lola is cuter than you.
I press the button like I'm supposed to, but it's not doing anything for me.
Okay, I guess I can't win with this crowd. All right, do you have a Christmas message for everyone out there, Lola?
No.
No.
No. You're the speaker of the house.
No.
Oh man.
All right,
Lola,
woman. That's enough.
AKA
Get off the screen. Go away. Get off the screen, woman. Oh, you knocked your head too. Sorry about that. All right, Walter. So what's going on with you?
Everybody be civil to everybody, you know. Even those people you run into, like your family you don't particularly care for, be civil. Be safe, like everybody said. Don't drink and shoot. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and shoot and drive, which some people do. No drive-bys on the holiday season, you know. But anyways, yeah, just enjoy yourself and relax. Yeah, and forget about all this junk going on, you know, the political garbage, and just have fun. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Drink all you want to, shoot all you want to, drive all you want to, but not all together. Not all together.
Yeah. And one thing, you know, people get like this. Or don't cook your turkey underneath your back porch or in your shed or in your garage or, you know, don't burn the turkey. Don't cook your turkey and shoot guns and drink Jack Daniels at the same time. That's not a good combination. But anyways, yeah, just have fun. So.
Absolutely. You know, I want to echo everyone's thoughts here. Lola and I, obviously, we're all taking a break. We're going to still keep working. We're still going to have videos coming up. And you guys also, you know, go back and look at the older videos, as well as I've got actually I have exactly 100 iTunes podcasts that are up right now. So you guys can go back and look at that. I'll get where this is episode 115. We'll get all the way caught up to this, excuse me, during the break. Now I'm like, this mask is affecting my face and my lips. So just remember, I just want to say that. Yeah, just remember what what the holidays are all about, regardless of which one you celebrate or you don't celebrate. You know, take this time to remember family and friends, especially the ones that aren't with us anymore. I want everyone to know out there, all the folks on the panel, the people who are not on the panel right now, but have come on the show over these last 115 episodes. We appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us and sharing your lives with the world. We appreciate especially the folks out there who've taken, you know, we do like at least 2 hours every day, and folks give us, you know, that big chunk of their lives, and they hang out and laugh with us and have fun and get mad and all that kind of stuff. And we really appreciate it. We all promise to come back next year even more badass and bring in even more trouble.
Probably.
Yeah. And
yeah, so I think that's it. Does anyone else have anything else to say?
Yeah. And well, in the new year, we'll talk about what happened at the shop today.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So that's a little like hook to make you guys come back.
That's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger to make you guys come back. Something went down, something serious.
Oh, something really serious went down today in my shop. And, you know, a lot of people could look at it as life-changing, but I'll tell you all in the new year.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Okay. You know, I hope everyone's safe out there. Please do be safe, and we'll see you next time around. Peace out. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. God bless you all. God bless America.
Hands.